All right. Good afternoon, good evening. We'll go ahead and call the meeting to order at 5:03. Please rise for a pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Mr. Snyder, I don't see anything on the agenda that would need to be moved.
Okay, I would like to move number 9, which is the CTE program update.
Okay.
Right after public comments,
Okay.
so Mr. Richard doesn't have to hang out for the whole meeting.
He loves these meetings.
If he wants to hang out.
No, we
he
can, absolutely. I don't mind that at all. Do we have any concerns with that?
No,
Questions?
no, sir.
Perfect. With that amendment, we need a motion to set the agenda.
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
Okay. You said right after public comment, right?
Yes, sir.
Minutes. I did not see anything of consequence. Nope. Motion to approve the meeting.
I need to make a motion to. I'll make a motion to. Okay, I'll second.
Public comment, no one here to speak. All right, next item is the amendment to the CTE program updates.
I like it, we're moving along fast.
He's trying to be lazy.
Don't say,
Don't say nothing.
Here comes his 20-minute report now.
Let's go.
No, I will try to make it quick. I know y'all have that good size agenda. I want to let you know in the shared CT blocks in our collaborative system with Eunice, we have 75 total students in those blocks this year. They are all juniors and seniors. So when you consider that 2 grades out of 4 at the high school are being shared, that's significant enrollment, especially the first year. The majority of those students, over half, are Eunice students coming here. Excuse me. We have programs that have been developed for several years, so there's a lot of interest and a lot of opportunities here. We're looking to expand those, continue to expand those here and expand those in Eunice as well. Of those 75, 42 of the students will be traveling to the other districts.
So can you clarify that? So you said 75 students. That's not the total, that's the total between Eunice and Joe.
Yes, sir.
And
Juniors
42.
and seniors.
When you say 42 will be traveling,
42 of those 75 are either Eunice students coming here.
oh,
or
gotcha.
Job students
Okay, that's
coming
what I was trying to.
Yes. And so probably our largest group of students are traveling for nursing. The nursing program in Eunice. Their largest group of students is traveling probably for oil and gas. Now, I will say that that 75 kind of has a next to it because we have 10 students enrolled in a traditional period of oil and gas. Those are those students that took oil and gas this year. They took course 1, and instead of going into the block and taking course 1 first semester and course 2 second semester, they're going to take course 2 in the traditional period, and then next year they'll take course 3 and 4 with the students that are in the blocks.
Okay.
I've been working on supporting teachers with curriculum and equipment. I'll give you more specifics on the blocks pertaining to those here in a minute. One thing I'm really excited about is I was able to find a couple of different vendors that provide curriculum for CTE classes, which are sometimes hard to find, right? A lot of times curriculum is focused on the core subjects. One in particular, for example, is we've had a digital design class here for a couple of years and with no real curriculum. That's difficult for teachers. They spend a large portion of their time designing their own curriculum. I found a digital design curriculum to help that teacher out. So I've been working to kind of procure that stuff or get it ready to procure July 1 when the fiscal year flips over. I want to give you a quick update on the blocks in particular. Oil and gas, we are going to be offering NC3 certification in automation and instrumentation. Obviously, we presented Ms. Parsons when she passed her assessments to provide those certifications. She'll be able to give almost all of the 10 certifications that the NMJC gives for their automation and instrumentation program. Essentially, Devon uses them as their training facility for automation. So I think that that's really beneficial. We also received and installed and had installed the equipment, the remainder of the equipment for that course. That'll get us through course 4 of the curriculum. It will also allow her to do all of the certifications in that class. Now, exactly what that's going to look like, how close to the full certification can she get during the school year with the curriculum, that remains to be seen, but we'll start finding that out in August. Next week, she goes to summer equipment training, and I've been working with the NMJC again to expand opportunities for seniors, whether it's either allow them to go for the last week or two to finish up those certifications for automation, or to go the last 2 weeks for their lease operator training school. Either way, those two generally end in employment. The next thing I'd like to talk about is nursing. I think that's going to be a really robust program. Obviously, the 2 biggest industries in our county are oil and gas and healthcare. So I think it's very, very relevant, and the student surveys and career interests showed that as well. Juniors will, including our juniors, will receive dual credit through NMJC. At first, I was trying to get them some of their prereqs for the nursing program knocked out. Essentially what it ended up being, a lot of it was like anatomy and physiology with the prerequisite of biology, and it seemed a little bit arduous for students who maybe wanted to just be CMAs, right? And so instead I visited with the nursing program at the JC, the director there, to figure out what sort of opportunities we can provide juniors to not only prepare them for their senior year, but to give them a leg up if they intended to continue. And so they will be getting dual credit in nutrition and medical terminology, which will actually give them extra points on their application to the NMJC nursing program. Seniors will use the same curriculum as the NMJC for their CMA program. They currently have it paced out for our school year on our calendar. And students will have an opportunity to sit twice for that CMA exam. Once in April, at the kind of the beginning of April, and once at the beginning of May. So they have to wait, if they don't pass, they have to wait 30 days. We want to give them 2 opportunities to sit for that before they graduate, so that we can do a pinning ceremony and things like that before graduation day. Since Unisys Housing Net, they just remodeled a large room into what we're calling the hospital. So it was, we've put in sinks and cabinetry and appropriate flooring, things like that, to make it very similar. We have ordered equipment. So found a company that provides simulators, actually. So we have an EKG simulator coming, a wound care simulator coming, and a blood pressure simulator coming. So students will be using those to determine, like where they have to place the leads, and if it isn't placed correctly, it shows them it's in the wrong spot, and then it'll give them a printout, and then they have to identify.
Do you guys need real equipment?
So,
I mean, those are very invasive, non-invasive. So to actually use the real equipment.
part of the equipment is provided by CCI, the curriculum for the senior. Part of it is like the phlebotomy arms and some of those things. And actually, let me kind of finish equipment before I get totally sidetracked. But we've ordered phlebotomy chairs and hospital beds and nurses sticks, which is a term I did not know before I went down this road. They're basically the little thing that wheels around with the little monitor and the blood pressure and all of the
Nurse on the
pulse ox.
We call it nurse on the stake.
Yeah. So we've ordered those, and we've ordered those to mirror our local clinics. So we should have all of that stuff. Now, I will say, to address your question, we've set up an advisory board, and the advisory board has met this past spring and will meet again at the beginning of August. And on that advisory board, there are 2 people from each clinic. There is a nursing instructor from the NMJC and the HR director of Norley. So I think that that gives us a well-rounded advisory board that can give us a lot of different aspects of it. One of the things I was particularly excited about is that one of the representatives from our JAL clinic is the one that reports to the hospital board. And actually, the NMJC instructor sits on the hospital board in Eunice. So I think we have good ties to even the hospital boards in that area. So at that meeting, at this last meeting, I talked to the board about one, like if they have consumables, like expired consumables that we can use on phlebotomy arms or whatever, you know, to just, I said, I'll bring you a bin.
Yeah, we have
Start filling it up.
gaggles, so.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Tons
So I
of soft
think
supplies.
that's one thing. And then I kind of took the first mention to see if we could put particularly seniors, you know, if hospital boards, clinics, whatever, members of the advisory board would be willing to sponsor scrubs for those seniors as they go into that class. And I think that that'll create a lot of interest. And I think it will kind of create some exposure within our districts for other students and maybe grow that program. Welding. So as you know, thank you for approving some of the Lincoln Electric equipment. The idea is that we're going to send Coach Ross, our welding instructor for both districts. He's going to go to Wichita, Kansas next week, and he's going to go through NC certification. That's the same housing company for certificates that Ms. Parsons went to. He's going to get what we call LEAP certified, which is Lincoln Electric. And actually having both of those in-house will let us be kind of one of their model schools, because we'll be able to give those certificates. I know that he's been kind of diving in and communicating with his contact at Lincoln Electric about what he can do to prepare for that. And I think that that will kind of set him ahead. Along with that, not only the virtual welders, but also he got a toolbox, what they call a teacher's toolbox. And it has torches, leads, all that kind of stuff cut away so that students can see, okay, this is how this works. Like this torch, right? This oxyacetylene torch, this is how it works. And this is what these valves do. And so I think it's a great teaching tool. In that too, it has some like weld example cards, right? Like pieces of metal that are welded together to show what that weld should look like, and they can identify it by name. Also, I found another company, it's actually the same company that provides some of the nursing simulators. They provide a defect card kit to where they have all of these welding examples that have certain defects. And so students can learn, oh, this is what this looks like, and this is what kind of defect it is. This is how you fix it. This is what caused it. So I think it'll be a great teaching tool for him. Digital technology. One of the blocks available to students, and we're actually sending students to in August, will be digital technology. And speaking with students, I visited with those students individually because that's probably the area that I knew the least about, believe it or not, to see exactly what their career interests were. So not only with the surveys, I visited with every student in both districts individually that were interested. And what they're really interested in is coding and programming. And so we really started diving into what that looks like. And we've selected a curriculum. When I say curriculum, what I generally do is I meet virtually with the curriculum company. I try out the demo, and then I hook that instructor up with what I call a teacher test drive, right? And they really dive in and see if it's going to work for their class. And so I think we've selected one that's going to be really good there, and I think that'll be a building block. So we're also trying to gear our computer science electives that we have students in both districts to be kind of a feeder program into that. Along with that, we are also integrating a different vendor provides a principles of generative AI on how to responsibly use AI and how to prompt it to get what you need. So we'll be integrating that into that curriculum as well. Culinary. So we have a large group of UNIS students coming to culinary, obviously, along with our own very popular program. Ms. Ragland and I have been exploring innovative ways to expand learning, much like she did by taking the field trip last year. So we're looking into certain ways to do that, as well as using this block to kind of grow and advance her program.
Is she pretty excited about the additional kids from outside the district?
No.
I think
No, I'm just kidding.
all of the teachers are excited about it because it means growth for their program, right?
Right.
And it gives them something new and more students to reach, which ultimately is why they do this, right? Is for the kids, and so it expands, their number of kids. I think there is some hesitations and reservations. What is this going to look like? I think we've done a diligent job of looking into logistics and thinking everything through and providing kind of boundaries and guardrails to prevent incidences and things like that. So, but I think overall there is some excitement about it. I'm just really excited to get going so that we can tweak it and make it be something really awesome that can be a model for schools everywhere. And finally, the last block is the FFA block. They're going to be offering dual credit through Easter for horticulture and floriculture. They currently have a greenhouse that has just been finished in Eunice. NMJC is building one and could offer that in the future, but they don't currently. So we're going to get dual credit through Easter for horticulture and floriculture. This year we're adding animal science with the potential for dual credit through NMJC. Want to see what that class looks like first. But they do have an ag barn there that has been donated to them. One of the things that I've been working on and I really am going to focus on in the fall is navigating the institutional rules of FFA because they have a lot of guidelines and boundaries and regulations that kind of, put it in this box. And this whole thing is kind of outside the box, right? And so navigating that has been a little bit tricky, but looking to explore ways, not only in that program, but all programs, of creating exposure, right? Like this year, honestly, we have no juniors and seniors interested in that. But they haven't been exposed to it. They don't know what it is.
Right.
I do know that we have at least one sophomore that is interested in doing it next year. We've already spoken to her. And so I think it is something that we need to work out those logistics with the organization of FFA and how that looks. But I think that is something that we're doing. Like I said, with all the programs, I already have some ideas about how to get kids exposure throughout the year to build more excitement into these. But I think, like I said, when you talk about we have graduating classes of 40, let's say, 40 students, and you have 80 students, juniors and seniors at this high school, and a few more over there, but you have 75 students participating in these blocks. That's a good number. It's a really good number. So I'm kind of excited about the enrollment where it is currently and hoping to grow that in the future and just provide opportunities for students. The last thing that I will mention is that CES invited us to be part of what they call a CTE consortium. And that kind of piqued my interest a little bit because when Mr. Schneider and I represented our district in Santa Fe at a CES meeting in January, I was approached by representatives from AEIS, who you may be familiar with. They do our math training. We've had great success with their professional development in math. And they said that they have a CTE segment of their company to provide professional development for them. And so I thought, great. And so this past spring, I called them, I met with them. I said, what are we looking at? This is, it's very in-depth, just like they have been in math. They come several times a year and meet with teachers and really dive in deep. And so they gave me kind of the ballpark number that I felt was outrageous, right? And so I reached out to CES and I said, is this something that CES is going to support, much like they've supported the math professional development? And they said at this time there's not enough interest in it for CES to support it.
Not enough interest in CTEC?
In the CTE professional development, which I don't understand because here's my thing, because I really started diving in to try to find professional development. A lot of times CTE teachers come from industry. They're alternatively licensed teachers. Well, if that's the case, they're not professionally trained teachers. And so they're missing a lot of there's some gaps in classroom management, pedagogy, strategy, things like that. So I really wanted to support those teachers in that and grow them as they're teaching our kids. And so I was surprised that there wasn't the interest, but I think that even though this consortium is made up of, well, honestly, Northern New Mexico schools, Eunice and Jalapa. I think it's something that I want to really dive into and explore to see if it will allow us to have resources or use resources, make connections even that can benefit our district. And so that's kind of my goal, is to really assess, is this something that is beneficial for JAL schools? And if it's not, then we'll keep doing our thing. But hopefully it will lead to, CES support for CTE, PD, or expanding resources, programs, whatever that may be.
What does an outrageous number look like?
It was over $40,000. Yeah. Now that doesn't seem that outrageous, but one thing that that is true is professional development is not something that we can necessarily take out of like SB 9. I don't.
No,
Or
right,
ed tech,
right.
So that's coming out of operational budget, and that is a large number for operational budget because that's a salary
Well,
for a lot of positions.
it is,
right?
but on the other hand, we're developing a huge CTE program. We're providing professional development in math and reading and all these other things. And yet our subject matter, they're, like you said, subject matter experts already because they're trained in that and they're trained in education where our CTE is not. I don't know that we're doing anybody a service by not.
Teachers to talk to the students.
So-
Teach.
Yeah, I mean, for $40,000.
Let me just, okay, so we're gonna proceed with it, but we're also gonna look at revenue streams at the same time. So there's a lot of grants that are available. There's a lot of things the Northern Consortium can bring us, CES money that can come down
Right,
into
well,
it.
I
So
know.
we'll still do it, but we're looking for other sources as well,
So
simultaneous.
what I'm saying is though, do we already have their proposal?
I don't have any.
I have kind of a streamlined, this is kind of what it looks like.
Right.
That's what. If Mr. Schneider wants to continue with it, I have no problem going down that road. I feel like, it would be some benefit to get CES support in it.
Sure.
And I think,
But we're not gonna do that we will be a year out before that happens. And our program is, right, and our program is starting in just a couple of months.
So I will tell you, there are a couple of things that I've been working on to kind of supplement. One is a mentorship program. So during budget season, when I went to Ms. Tolliver with CTE related budget items, I said, there are these stipends for mentorship. Can I, and I talked to Mr. Little as well, can I have one of these stipends so that I can have, so I can find a mentor for CTE teachers?
Right.
And in that, I've been working to develop kind of a robust mentorship program. What does that look like? How do we identify what teachers need professional development on? And how do we supply them with that? What exactly does that look like? And so I'm working to build that mentorship program to kind of fill that gap, right? Because we know that there could be a gap, especially if they come from industry. And regardless, whether it's core teachers, whether it's professional trained teachers, people have gaps, right?
Right,
They have
100%.
strengths and they have weaknesses. That's everybody, including me.
That's why we do professional development, so we can.
Right, I think it is valuable, I think it's needed, I think it makes teachers better, right? If it's good, and that's the thing about professional development, I've seen professional development that cost money that was not good, right?
So how would we go about finding out if that $40,000 would be a reasonable investment? I mean, the amount of money is not as important to me as the quality of the education, right? Of the program, what they're offering. How do we go about figuring out if it's good?
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
is it you have to buy it and try it, or is it are there other places out there that are using it that we could talk to? Because
So,
my personal belief is, with Mr. Snyder, is that simply this, is that we're putting a lot of money, potentially millions of dollars into CTE. And to start off and say right away, well, $40,000 is just too much to put into the teacher training.
That hasn't been said.
No,
I mean, what I'm saying is, it is funded, but we're not gonna fund ridiculous things that don't need to be. So the guy going to the welding thing,
How do we figure out?
yeah. So the
Whether
guy
this
going to
is
the
worth
welding deal, that's part of what I'm talking about. It's like a professional development plan, not just one company and that's all you do. So that's why I guess
I
we're
agree.
developing the professional development
Right, well,
You
but
know,
this is a
so-
company that provides that.
that they
So I'm trying to
can.
figure out, how do we figure out what that program is worth?
What's their QC like? What is
Yeah,
their
yeah,
quality?
what
right,
is
so
that?
I
Is it
think
reviews or?
probably,
What schools can we contact to ask if they
Right, I
are
think-
benefiting?
I think I'll have to get that list because, and this may be an assumption on my part, but if CES is not supporting it, it is highly unlikely that schools in New Mexico are currently using
Right, that was kind of my thought too.
And that's part of the problem with CES. They usually go and find needs of problems that are already there.
Mhm.
We're kind of ahead of it. So they're gonna kind of develop it, but, so they're already developing a consortium, which wasn't even there before.
Right.
So they're working on it, but it's like,
Well, but
You
their
know.
speed is not gonna be what
Yeah.
we can
So-
operate at.
right, well, we're ahead of it.
Right, yeah.
I
I
will
mean-
say, I visited with them, in the last month or so, I visited with a company called, Pathway to Careers. Pathway to Careers is somehow linked to the PED.
Have we used them before?
So-
Or have we seen documents from them before?
It's quite possible because Pathway to Careers provides a lot of resources to schools and to the PED about economy, job opportunities, how much they pay. They have a
Seen
whole
documents or
notebook.
something.
Basically, they are the ones that inform the PED about what is relevant what are relevant jobs in different regions.
Seen
It's
And so-
Santa Fe is what it was.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Okay, so you probably have, because they are in some way, I guess they're
connected.
used by the PED for all of their career-related information.
Right.
So I sat in when I went to the regional CTE conference this spring, I sat in a session with Pathway to Careers. And I noticed on one of their slides, it says something like teacher professional development or something. And so I got hooked up with somebody. I met with them once and they kind of we've been communicating back and forth about what that might look like. But I think as well, it's one of those things, they're very in-depth as well. I think it's something that we need to visit with schools about how productive that is. And with AIS, honestly, the data that I gathered was one, our success with it here in this district. And
Right.
also visiting to math teachers here and in Eunice because they use the same thing. What does this look like? What was effective? What wasn't? And so I relayed that to AIS. I said, look, teachers are really impressed by the hands-on strategies that you're giving them. We need more of that.
Right.
So I think it's probably a process moving forward to see exactly what that looks like. And I don't mind exploring and asking P2C and also AIS, give me a list of schools that I can call. and talk to some.
Well, and since we are using AIS, different curricula, or for different areas of professional development, and it's successful. I know you can't really assume, but we at least have some interaction with them. And we've
Yes.
seen success in those areas of professional development.
Yes.
That gives us a little bit more comfortability, I think, considering them for something like this.
Yeah, I think that's why they were my first phone call.
Right. Yeah, because they're the known.
Absolutely.
I know that's really not a board's, well, we do go into contract with them, but I don't know really where that falls into a board preview as far as movement of money.
I think overall
there's a-
success of the programs would.
Right.
Successful or not.
I mean,
If we're not getting the right training, then you get involved and say,
right.
what are y'all doing on the training? Did y'all pay,
Well, I think I'd like, I don't know about you guys, I think if we're gonna step into CTE though, we want to step in, not just tiptoe into it, because we're jumping head first into it right now.
What you're saying is don't let that number,
Scare me.
like you said, invested possibility of millions of dollars in for, we backpedal because of $40,000
Right.
fine fee.
I don't think it necessarily scared us away, but I think
You
it
just
gave
thought
us
it's
enough
time.
pause to
Sure.
explore other options.
Of course, I get that.
Yeah, because we want to like a multi-pronged, all kinds of things.
Right.
For grants, CES.
I think the biggest thing is,
us,
you know,
all
CES,
three.
for AIS to go to CES, that's a whole application process that's gonna take.
And we also partner with Unis on that. It's not just us shouldering it. So the
Right.
good thing is it's not just us.
It's not just us.
Now, I haven't seen any kind of a proposal yet, so.
Like I said, I kind of have an outline of what they're looking to do.
Right,
It's very similar to what they've done.
But we'll work on that and make sure. And then it'll be updated with the CTE stuff, just to let y'all know what's going on with it.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's
that's
important,
perfect.
like
I think
anything,
it's-
anything with staff development, y'all know about, so.
Well, yeah, I think that's a huge area to invest in, for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I mean, we're making the investment. I mean,
we're not gonna let that fall flat.
I knew you wouldn't. I just,
But no,
I know money, the people you put in place have to pay attention to dollars. We don't necessarily.
That's,
Awesome. So
Thank you.
so that is that is oil and gas, rockets, CMA, welding, digital tech, culinary, FFA. That's the entirety right now.
so currently we have, so as far as the shared,
Offerings.
With Unis.
is
Okay.
Eunice houses nursing, FFA and digital technology, we
Okay.
house oil and gas, culinary, and welding.
Okay.
That doesn't, that
That's not.
does not include our other electives. That will
rockets,
include
robotics.
junior high robotics, and that will actually be a semester since most of their competitions are done in the fall, and it will turn into a 3D printing class the second semester. We also have kind of an elective wheel that will include a STEM class at the junior high. This is all junior high STEM, shop, culinary. And also like a social emotional.
Right.
Those will be semester-long classes, so they'll rotate through all of those things.
The reason I'm asking is because when I talk to patients, honestly, most of the time, that's how I talk to people in the community.
They wouldn't know what we have.
Well, I'm trying to build it up because of course, we're coming to potentially some pretty big decisions. And although when we say C-Tech, well, what does that even mean to them?
What
So
does
it's
that
nice.
mean?
Right, what is
It
it?
don't jive. I've had them kind of conversations too.
Right, so not.
They're like
I just-
C-Tech.
They'll be like, you have that? That's what I get a lot.
Yeah.
Y'all have
So,
that?
so another couple of electives that we have, like I said, the digital design, which they actually have designed and produced stuff for the Spirit Store in the past. And this year we will have an intro to business class. So the student survey showed a lot of interest in business, the business pathway. So that's something that we're looking to develop in the near future. Not ruling out this year necessarily, but each district will have an intro to business class with the potential to roll out a full business pathway next year.
Nice.
And so what it does is you have pathways / electives. Some electives, some pathways become an elective and they don't want to do it. It's
Right.
just became something they were doing in high school.
Mhm.
Others are the other way around. So you have pathways and electives that kind of collide.
Right.
Some things, it's like a pathway teacher is also teaching an elective for one period. I mean, it just they're kind of convoluted.
So, and I will say that the PD has an Excel file that I tried to print out. And it was so small I couldn't read it, so I tried to print it out on a poster printer, and it was gonna be 12 feet long. Yeah, it's incredibly huge. But on there, they have literally every pathway that's recognized with the course codes
Oh, okay.
for that pathway. And Systems Go Rocketry is in that. So our Systems Go 1, 2, and 3 is a pathway as considered by PED. So looking at graduation requirements for this upcoming year's sophomores and beyond. Rockets, if they complete 2 years of rockets, it will satisfy their graduation requirement for a 2-unit.
Nice. Cool. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you, sir. Sorry for all the questions.
No, you're good.
I do believe that we need to develop the teachers. Like you said, if I were to, I'm not a teacher. So like if I was put in that position, I wouldn't know how to talk to the kids. I can talk to an adult
Right.
because my mouth's not good.
Right.
You know, like yeah. So oil and gas, you're gonna get the same type of people. They're coming in with all the best intentions, but they're used to a more,
Different audience.
yes,
Right.
yeah.
Well, and I think.
So that would help. I think it would help. I think it'd be money well invested.
Absolutely. I think so too.
Because if you don't know, you just start yelling and cussing.
Yeah.
Fast.
Is there anything wrong with that?
What's wrong
It
with that?
just becomes part of your vocabulary out there, I promise. It's just something that comes out, Don't it's just natural.
Yeah.
So that's the bad one.
Well, thank you, sir. We appreciate
Mr.
you.
Richard.
Appreciate all the hard work. Just so you know, all those soft supplies and things you were talking about, I don't know why, but my office is the room for expired things for some reason. I think the nurses just decided they were gonna stick in my office. So I have.
Maybe they think everything in that office is expired.
I will bring you a bid.
Yeah, yeah.
Best of use by date has
Yeah,
passed.
mine's been a long time. Yeah, that's fine, and I have stuff. So we'll.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely, I mean, because I always tell people, when you're in that type, and it's probably everything, but until you put your hands and do it, you can talk about it all day long. You can watch a million people do it, and the moment you're handed it, all of a sudden, it doesn't get from here to here. So, practicing with soft supplies is so important. And of course, they cost, so a lot of places don't have them.
Well, is the representatives on the job clinic board, I guess you can just make sure they know to go see him? I don't know who it is.
It's my daughter.
Oh, okay. So maybe you could talk to her and say, hey, I got all
I think
this.
maybe you got,
And
I mean, I have to unblock her. 'cause she calls me all the time.
I didn't know who the representative.
Yeah, and I had that
I know
discussion with the
who-
advisory board.
Okay.
I'll bring them in and that way y'all can start.
Yeah, absolutely.
I haven't seen Mr. Goss.
Yeah, no. Thank you. All right, let's see, we are up to you, sir. Updates.
Okay. All right, we are starting the ballpark. We put the parking lot lights in. We started that today. The water line,
Which parking lot?
ballpark.
Oh.
We're gonna go ahead and put the
Good.
poles
You
in.
didn't call before you dig?
Yeah, it's private property.
Oh.
And it's,
Comment about it after he's done.
yeah, and it's relatively shallow, so. Quick fix. quick
Okay,
hit.
good.
Deep, it's very fine.
Oh, my gosh.
But we've got those going, and we've got a little bit of the punch that we're working on with that. Moving forward, a lot of the brick papers are in as far as we can go till we get some more area clear. They look
This
really good.
looks sharp.
They do, that really stands out.
It looks super nice. I was watching this deal in Midland. This big fancy thing they were doing. The same pavers.
Yeah.
It looked this big new thing they were doing over in Midland. I don't even know, I remember what it was. I just remember seeing those pavers were the same ones.
Cleaned it up real nice.
Makes it pop, yeah.
Beautiful.
So we've started the demo in front of the competition gym, and I had Square Root come mark out all the curbs and stuff where they tie in. It changes the configuration up around that ticket booth and stuff. We've got some issues, and for the other side, JD came in and we looked at it last week. He sent Derek a message. Of course, he's gone because the way they've got it designed right now, I think it's gonna flood your house.
That's not good, is it? Okay. Why does it come back to flood my house? Everything.
Well,
Anyway.
JD thought you ought to put a pond over there and we could just seasonal pond
No.
for fishing.
My mom said this last rain, she didn't catch no water.
No, what they're probably thinking about removing that big
So it worked.
sidewalk about.
What we did worked.
Well, the way they've got it designed, where that trench drain is coming out from behind the stadium, they're trying to divert the water back up the street and then on a gutter that comes across on the 45 and then it comes down the other side, but it's gonna pull up right where that little peninsula is. It won't go down the alley, so we've got to get that correct. And Derek's aware of it. Of course, he did go on vacation. It's not really it's gonna slow us down, it's not gonna stop us. We started the demo on the front of the competition gym today, taking that overhang off, the canopy off. We're gonna start working on the footings and getting that cover on there.
And we had thought about that, even if that facility someday is caught up in the CTE plans, that's like 3 to 5 years that you'll have. That's why we decided to go ahead and do the canopy, just to let you know. Because we had thought of for a minute, talking to Mr. Loftus, should we proceed with that? And we decided, yeah, it's enough years.
Tell me about
Just
this
a canopy.
canopy.
It comes out and matches all the other ones with the blue brick and
Yeah, we talked
The
about
entrance-
that.
the
We
entranceways.
talked about that.
entrance
Right.
into the gym.
Front of the gym.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it could be 3 to 5 years before
Right.
that facility
Just to make
comes
it blend
down.
in with the rest of the.
Right,
Yeah.
no, I get it. I thought you were saying the canopy was gonna take
Oh.
3 to 5 years, and I was like, what are we
No,
talking about?
we'll use it
How
for
big
several
is this
years. Yeah.
It's out there by the football field.
That way, because I thought you might think, well, we're gonna tear the building down, what's the point? Well, there's
Right,
a,
there's the point to it. I get it.
So moving back across the street, the bus barn, I've got G&G scheduled. They should have been here today, but with the rain, start drying the roof. We're gonna go, I'll coordinate with, I guess Casey's leaving, but I'll coordinate with somebody, probably Dusty on the interior renovation. Won't take long. We have a problem with the brick. That brick is used across America, all these schools. Can't get brick, the exterior facade until November.
Which brick are we speaking of?
On the bus barn.
bus barn.
What kind of brick is it?
Like
It's just
the,
kind of this
Just that
yellow.
plain yellowy tan brick.
Holy brick that they put on every school across America. They're looking, but he
Do we
said
not
it's,
order this stuff, like, since we know, can we not order it?
oh, this stuff's been ordered forever.
And they're just now telling us, though, that it's not till November?
No, he's been telling us, but he said he could find another source on it if he can't. And John still hasn't looked. It's frustrating. So we're gonna proceed.
so you're saying is we need to build a brick plant.
Right.
Brick plant.
Hey, I mean, does this brick have to come from a certain place?
No,
It's what's
anything.
specified.
I
We're
mean,
just trying to find it that matches.
like Acme Brick and them, they can't,
That's where it's coming from.
And there won't be a batch until November.
So it will be available to November.
Well, what's the rest of the facility? Can you not get
Probably
everything
faster to
done?
change those
That's
shit
what I'm
up.
saying. We're gonna put the roof on.
And
we're
wait
gonna
till
do the
November.
Inside, we're gonna do the illumination.
Okay, that'll be
We're
November.
trying to get the outside
Can we not
parking area
make
done.
it a different color but still match? I mean,
Is that brick part of
We're
the
looking at
structure or is it
half
just
a year.
decoration?
What's the exterior facade? It's the finish.
Just to finish.
So the building could be operational.
They-
If I could get the driveways in, they could be, it just won't have the exterior facade.
Well, what is that? Just, but without the exterior facade,
It'll hold me up from getting a CO, but that doesn't mean that we have a good rapport with our inspector that he
what
will.
about damage from weather to what's supposed to be underneath it?
No, because we've got that yellow weather guard on what's there.
Okay,
So it's sealed already. I mean, it's cinder block already. It's a double
I
cinder.
understand what you're saying now. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is it just
That's-
for looks or is it structure?
Yeah, it's just.
Being
just-
June,
yeah.
I think you guys have enough to do on that facility. You can do everything but that. You'll be lucky to get done by November.
Oh, it'll be done. That renovation's not very big. So moving up the street, I talked to Grady, the junior high's got a lot going on it. We're getting ready to paint those ceilings in the big room. Drywall's ready to start texturing. Windows are going in, most of the glass is in, the cowl windows are going in, so it's coming along really nice.
What about the wood ceiling that goes in there? Is that glass?
That'll be one of the last, because it's kind of like finish work. We've got the switchback ramps on the outs where I don't know if y'all been to it'll be the east side. Switchback ramps are in, we are breaking those and then we'll put the dirt in them and pour the ramps and stairs. As soon as that's out of the way, I can have the rest of the dirt work done, we'll get the greenhouse put in.
So as far as finish dates for the junior high, we were expected
August, I thought.
August right? And we're still on track for that?
I can't honestly answer that because it's really Grady's project.
Okay.
I don't know what, that scale on their finish date.
October.
Yeah,
Was
I
it
thought-
October? Okay,
That's what I was thinking, October. That's why I didn't want.
Part of that is the furniture too coming in.
okay.
Yeah, furniture lead time pushed us
I remember that, that's right, the
That's
furniture
what it-
component. And the elementary,
Elementary is,
you maybe have made it there, sorry.
no, that's where I was headed there.
Oh, okay.
We've got the renovation where we've changed some doors and moved it in the inside. I've got tapers and drywall working on that, and then we've got the flooring coming over there. The bulk of the work is those two subs.
Did they show up for him?
Yes.
Good, because that was what our biggest concern was last week.
Not showing up.
It's not showing up because they were very undependable, but they're here working, right?
They're here.
Once they show up working, we're fine.
Because they're here.
Because they're here, but they have to get, when they get us on our
And we're still
schedule.
on
It's,
schedule.
it's open, the hallway's already open and they're
Right.
working on it now, so it's,
And
classrooms are finished.
furniture is in? No?
It's here. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It's even in. I mean, all the classrooms are
Okay,
almost, I mean,
alright.
they're,
I didn't
Well,
know
the
that.
elementary is, it's almost, it's,
Well, they're still doing the flooring.
yes, should be done by
Everything
July.
else
Is
is
that
in.
correct?
we'll be able to start.
It's coming up.
And we have a large workforce. John, we looked last week, I was looking at our payroll last week. We had 73 people here last week on last week's payroll, and we have 66 this week.
Good.
That's our employees. And with the subs, we're dealing with 125 people a day.
Okay. So there's
So we-
all
we
hands
have-
on
we
deck
have
pretty
a
much
lot.
right now. Okay.
We need to be concerned about the street,
And
which is not our,
Sun's gonna be done in time?
and then we asked the city, what's the backup plan? What'd they say, Mr. Office?
We're not gonna worry about that.
Yeah, we don't have one. That's what they told us.
Who
We're
said that?
not worried about the city.
But who in general?
The city.
Dan?
West.
Philip? Mayor? Little?
No.
I don't,
Wes?
He wasn't there.
Wes?
I don't think Ramirez will let you down. They're usually pretty good at it.
The JD guy.
Oh, JD, my favorite guy ever.
I figured you'd
And we're hiring him.
We're not gonna worry about this. Smack you in your dirty hat.
And I just
Oh,
hired
you're
him.
listening.
I just hired him. We just hired him.
No, you did not.
I swear to God, I'll fire you next day.
We need to go
Now you have the authority.
We need an
We're paying the
executive.
contract out.
I don't even have the authority to do it by myself, but I will.
We need an
I'll try.
executive session.
So, I got a comment about the baseball field. Are y'all gonna do the parking lot anyway, or? So I'll tell you what I got told, is that they're struggling to come up with a deal with the lady that owns half the road. So they don't even know when they're gonna pave it, because she was wanting crazy amount of money for that section of road that she owns.
That's what we've heard this.
And he's just, he's saying, he goes, it's probably never gonna get done, because she don't wanna come down and we don't wanna pay what she wants. So he said that JD is supposed to have the elevations sent to y'all already for our parking lot.
They've got partials.
That makes sense.
Seems like we've had
Partials
partials
are
for
very good.
months.
Here's our dilemma. I can put the lights in because they're on a 3-foot concrete.
Right.
Up here.
Right.
If they cut that parking lot down another foot, I'm still good. If they raise it a foot, I'm good.
Still good,
Because it's not gonna affect the lights. But if I go in there and put all of our curbs and gutters and sidewalks in, and they change that street, it could potentially flood that building. We don't.
So if we did an elevated parking lot, you know, and then, I mean, we just have a ramp come in
I
and
think
bill, it's.
go in and just.
Until we
Gravel, nice.
get something more solid from the city, I wouldn't advise putting all that
How do
in.
we have to.
We've had some rains that come running across the road, kind of go down into that, where that dump pit is.
Yeah, it's bad.
If they raise that road, it would probably be better. If they lower that road, it could potentially flood. So
Hope they wouldn't lower it.
I would hope they wouldn't either.
So what can we do as a district, as a board, as administrators
Gravel
to?
That's what, that make it really nice with nice gravel with the lights and everything
Well, and
until
that's all-
they.
that's all
Liner
well
and
and good,
gravel.
but-
Well, that is really I mean, we could have it bladed.
It's also an
I don't know,
LTRS
it's been that way for
project we're not
years.
paying for, so.
Well, but are we
That's the
gonna
good
be,
part, we're not out
but
money.
the struggle is, and what's the frustrating part is how long do we have to be held hostage by
Not getting the street done.
the city being completely ineffective in what they're trying to get? I mean, we've been talking about this road now and these elevations
A year or
for a
two.
year.
Maybe two.
In
'Cause it was
fact- in
about 2
fact-
years ago
in
when we
fact,
struggled with the.
I have to go back and
Water
review because I
tap.
forgot the last time they even talked about that kind of stuff.
I mean, billion-dollar resorts are built faster than we can get elevations to below.
Yeah.
It's going to gas station on 128 in about 3 months.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's fully operational. They look like they're about to redo do it already, you know?
So I mean, I don't know what we can do. I
Out in the
don't,
middle of nowhere.
is graveling what we should just make the decision to do?
Yeah, up the corner.
21 mile.
Do we just gravel it? Do we just
I
need
would
to
say
make a
gravel it, 'cause
decision?
we got a
to do it?
very nice facility
Hey,
right now.
you know,
with
we
these
can, we can
parking
chip
lots.
seal that road in front of my house.
Pretty
You see
good.
it, Nate?
Uh,
They chip sealed it, man.
I'm not trying to get yelled at by Miss Jean.
It's the, I'd rather stop sign, I don't care. She's just that tiny. But anyway, they chip sealed it. It is. If y'all get a chance to drive down there and look at that road,
It's pretty good.
it's real good. I think the parking lot would be good
Well,
like
we
that.
can do caliche
Because
because
I
that
think-
nice gravel and make it look just.
Well, that's what they do. They put base
Yeah,
court
we can
on it.
redose
They
everything.
roll it real good and then they put that black
Yeah.
tar and then they put that gravel on it.
Yeah, that's what they did to our road, go to our house.
Yeah, I would think something that we're not gonna have to try and take back up though, but like, all I'm saying, we can make it look really nice.
Well, I
They can
mean,
even
I
roll,
get that. I
steamroll
just
it.
hate the fact though that we're,
Got this nice facility in a
Right.
caliche with weed growing parking lot.
right, because it's
I mean,
maintenance, it's
they
all of
do.
those things that we
It's real
have to
good.
be
We practice that
responsible
every
for.
day.
And,
Especially after they turf the outfield.
Yeah, it looks
Right.
real good.
All I would say is talk to your city representatives.
Now you gotta do no
what
good.
else,
I've
what
tried.
kind of, is chip sealing a possibility?
Yeah, we can have it bladed and put, like say, a gravel down. It's kind of been that way for years. It won't look as good as a paved parking lot, but it'll be better than the mud.
It'll be serviceable
And-
until
and
we
when you-
get something.
And you know how
back.
you do with the caliche, you can do it where weeds don't grow on it. You know, like out at the rocket site, that looks really good.
Yeah, but you can actually chip seal it
Yeah,
too.
we need
right?
to chip, we need to chip seal
We
it,
need to
put the
chip
tar
seal
down.
up on
and
it.
put the
Yeah, you have to
gravel
tar it and chip seal it to where it's,
Let's look
it
into
looks
that.
like a regular road at first.
And just make
They
it
can
look
still
really
take it
sharp.
out. They can
Right,
still
then they
take
just
it out.
Yes,
fill
if,
it up.
that's.
It's not pavement or concrete
No,
where they gotta
easy
come
to
from.
get, yeah, just blade it up, yeah.
We can look into that.
I mean, I could go ahead and put the curb gutter sidewalks in, but if they change the elevation of that road, it
Yeah.
can change.
Yeah.
I
all.
don't wanna do that.
Yeah,
Right,
I don't
yeah, I don't
think we need
think we
that
wanna
until we
do
know.
that.
for
Let's just
sure.
make it nice. How about that?
I mean, if we can chip
Maybe
seal
crown it a
not-
little bit, you know, where the watershed still flows to the south.
Right. I mean, if we
Down
can,
the
Kind of level it down, kind of slope it down
Slope it
Or
towards
to the north, I'm sorry.
Yeah, to the street.
into the ditch.
It's actually got a 1'9" drop from the west to the east. I shot it today.
Oh, that's good.
So it's got a 1 foot, it's all running towards that pit where y'all.
That's even better.
Yeah.
It's not, so it won't flood my house, is that what you're? Everything else floods my house.
Everything's possible with a.
You're in the middle of.
Well, it's coming this way, Brian, so.
And we'll talk about.
No, you're all right, Robert, and you can tell it comes down this way.
And
But our only deal,
Oh,
we
we
have
have
to
to
kind
get
of
it.
slope it north also,
right,
because
and
if it
I
runs
know
down
everybody's
past the
working
building,
on
it
Yeah,
could go into the field.
I mean, I'm not, I know you're working, I know you guys are working at the city. I mean, I get it, but at some point, man,
Get it done.
yeah. Well, I mean, we're so far into this,
Beautiful.
and
Yeah.
somebody has to.
Want me to get the man over here and we have this conversation?
I don't
We'll
mind
get it, we'll get it
whatsoever,
looking
man.
good.
You know, I'll
Ain't gonna
give
help.
I'll give JD a call tomorrow.
I'm already-
I have plenty of friends,
You gotta get more information.
not
We're
looking to make
supposed to
things.
tear down that
So
deal on.
if we did
ones
chip
and
seal
not
it
red.
and actually tar it and all of that, right?
Oh, that meeting's tomorrow.
You do that without any curbing, anything of that, right?
And we can pull them off in the street to go do that.
She's not supposed
So
to do
what is that gonna,
But they're doing what they're not supposed to.
if we pursue this chip sealing deal, what does that look like for you guys?
I'd have to get a hold of Ramirez. and-
We'll get it.
Okay. Well, I don't
The
want,
people that
I don't
did
want
my-
our temper or my temper tantrum to reflect and push extra crap on you that doesn't need to be there. It's just after year and a half,
Well, we
at
need
what
to-
point do we say, all right,
I wouldn't-
something's. we
I
have to
wouldn't
do
use Ramirez and Sons. The people that did mine is a whole different company out of Albuquerque. It's not even Ramirez and Sons.
But what would the cost be like having them come down versus Ramirez?
I don't know, but I think what the road that they did from where the pavement ends to all the way past my house, I think they said it was $27,000 for that.
Really? Oh, wow.
Well, I can get you prices
Yeah,
from
well,
constructors, but I can tell you I've used them both. Ramirez always beats.
Yeah. Who was the company you guys used?
They're at Carlsbad. But, I mean, I'm not bad mouthing Ramirez, but hell, they got 40 other projects going on.
They do.
They ain't finished none of them.
They ain't- Yeah.
Well, that's
They-
just
they
it.
pull up 3 roads around my
And these
house
guys-
and then they pick up the equipment, and go tear something else up.
These guys started on Tuesday and they were done
Go
on
talk to
Thursday.
them right now, we still haven't finished this.
I know, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's been a year,
And
my,
I tell you why I think
there's only
they
one
got-
access to my place right
because
now.
The guy told me
He had 3 at one time.
hey, when they leave your house, it's because I've been crashing them because they left my
He
job.
said, I'm on a salary for you, I get paid by square footage.
Don't mess with them till
I'm
they
not
get
blaming
this.
the hands, they
They
do
say
pretty
they're
good.
too
It's just-
Take them.
Their management's getting overwhelmed, I think, and they're like, oh, go start that, 'cause we got a timeline. You know, that's what's happening. Gotta start the project, you
It
got time.
sounds like Renee has a potentially a really good point of contact
Mhm.
with the people they
We'll
use
get a quote
and
from
the frequency. It sounds like it just took them a couple of days to do it.
Mhm.
Um,
Would you send that to me, Mr. Cervantes?
Right now.
And then that way we'll start getting some quotes on it.
At least so we can
I don't blame you, because
clean it up a little
Just
bit.
make it
That's a
look
chip
pretty,
seal.
and then the lights will make it look nice with
I mean, we got to before next baseball season, but I just,
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, we
It'd be
do,
nice to-
but who knows, at this rate.
I mean, yeah,
Well, I think that's a
There's
very
no
good point.
guarantees at this point.
That's a very good point. We do make it look nice.
I mean, we talk about it all the time and.
then the only other job I need to report on is Brian, we should.
you don't have to beat on a dead horse.
All
You
right.
should have what?
My building almost sheeted.
Oh, his building?
Drive by my
Just-
alley, which is paved. Are we on? And look at it. You
Pull
don't
all
need a
your
four-wheel
crews
drive.
off his house.
Hey, I gotta keep this man happy.
Yeah,
No,
that
no,
is
no,
true.
you gotta keep these men happy.
Robert.
Perfect.
No, no.
All right.
Good deal. Thank you. And as
So-
long as you don't flood my house.
I'm really surprised Brian didn't have us paint that red and blue before we put the sheet.
Right.
It is cardinal red inside.
Oh,
The blue,
yeah.
oh,
Mr. Robert, where are we at on the big building? On
I was
the,
gonna-
on the new facility? Where are we at on that?
The last report I got from John, I talked to him a while ago, Walla and DCI are arguing. DCI says it won't work, Walla says it will. My recommendation to the board is y'all need to get an independent engineer, has no skin in the game.
Right.
Handle both packets and see who is at fault, because we're not getting anywhere.
What are they arguing about?
Structure and
Structure will
everything.
support.
DCI
the
says
roof,
the structure
supports
won't
the ground.
hold up the space. Said it'll fail in the wind. Walla says it will. And they keep going back and forth.
So who did the original design?
The way Derek explained that to me is they sent a preliminary drawing of what they wanted the building to look like with the double barrel rolled roofs to DCI, because there's only two companies that I understand that make this space for us. They sent back a designed roof and said, here's our roof. Now get your structural engineer to put the structure under it to hold it up.
Right.
Sent it to Walla. He did it. This all came about when I got the steel started going up and we still didn't have submittals for DCI. And I kept telling John, I have to have them submittals. We've got to have them. You know, we're getting too far into the game. Something might not fit. Well, DCI wouldn't turn them in. When we finally pushed their buttons, they said, we've been reviewing what you've got and we'll hold it. It'll fail. And at first he said it was only 2 columns. So there have been correspondence between DCI and them. They keep going back and forth.
So DCI built the roof, Wallet designed the support structure. DCI is now saying that will not support our roof.
And they've had their engineers, they were even questioning the concrete at one time, but I think that's went away. Walla, the last thing John told me is all the glass in that is structural frames. It's big. So it helps with the structure. I'm not an engineer, but to me, when you attach that to the steel that's there, it makes it more solid and more rigid. But when Walla compelled that argument to them, they looked at the numbers with the structural glass and framing in it, said it made it worse. Now we've got 10 or 11 columns that need to be changed out. And that's where we're at.
So the people that were responsible for the space frame, what's that called? Yeah, the roof, the dome,
Space frame.
space frame is DCI. Walla, W-A-A-L-L-A or something?
WALLA.
Okay, they designed the structure, the support structure. And now, and DCI is saying that
It's not good.
it's not good, it won't support our space frame.
So
So,
what troubled me, and I don't have any of the reports, I'm just going off of what John read to me. When DCI sent their drawing back, they had also increased the size of their frame. So I don't know who's at fault. If they increase the size of their frame, maybe that won't hold it if they put bigger framework on top of what Wall designed.
At the end of the day, it's
That's what I
park,
was
it's
thinking too. I was
parking.
like, why couldn't they double up on the frame now,
Right.
you know?
so at the end of the day, it really falls on the park
Not
that
necessarily
they're
double up,
overseeing
but-
it.
Well, they're talking about,
We hired them.
beefing up the columns.
Right.
You'd have to take flat bar and weld them in, but to do that, they all have to come down. We can't do it with them standing 50.
Right.
And Park Hill knows that from me with not minced words either.
That they're responsible.
Yeah.
Right, because they, no,
You
they,
told them that, man?
well, sure,
What
they're
did
the
they
ones
say?
who subcontract.
What did they say to
to
that?
CIM.
So said they were gonna get it remedied.
For the sake of dragging out a lot more time, and I mean, that's all up to y'all. I would tell Parkville you'd like to get an independent.
Right.
And have them check it, because if you get somebody with no skin in the game that has no clue that this is going on, they'll tell you whether it work or not. Right. And then you can see who's at fault.
Until then, we're safe right now. I see all those guidelines and guide wires put up
I'm
and
worried about that because we get into some heavy winds, those cables could snap and then that scares me.
Will it hit my house, of course, like everything else?
so what is the answer here then?
Thinks it.
I think
Well,
we
but-
get,
Yeah, but I think he's right about getting a second opinion or third opinion now.
So
guess, right?
I agree with that
Yeah,
wholeheartedly.
and then
Except for
make
one
a
thing.
decision from there.
Except for one thing, we have a structure that's
not
unsafe
supported right now.
and not supported well. We're
Make it
getting
down.
into a monsoon.
If this thing is gonna be put in park for a long time, I recommend taking some steel, put some diagonal bracing,
Yeah.
anchoring it to the floors to those cables. and put
Well,
some
don't
solid
we
bracing.
know it's gonna be parked for 8 to 12 months? Cause that's what they
What
told
it's
us
feeling.
last time.
Probably closer to 2 years. now.
Right,
The
well,
way
It's
it
gonna
feels.
it's gonna be 16 weeks from time decision is made
Mhm,
on how to proceed.
mhm.
Before,
That's 4 months.
before things are manufactured, whether it's
Okay, so-
the
so six-
additional steel or something like that, it'd be 16 weeks before it's on site.
Okay,
For me to go in there and brace that up and bridge it up better, I need to get probably 3x3 angle irons, 40-foot joints. Put diagonals down, weld them to it or bolt it to it and bolt it to the floor in several spots. Because we're relying on those cables.
Just putting really
Get some
big
wind in
gussets.
there and one of them cables snaps.
is the wind moving it pretty good?
No.
All right now.
We haven't had typical 68 mile an hour
We're
wind.
not September yet,
Yeah.
August. August is coming.
I'm just talking to Mr. Loftus. Said
Oh.
we need to discuss this kind of stuff before a board meeting.
right.
All I'm saying.
Oh, no, I agree, but it's hard to know what we're gonna ask too, though.
Oh, I know.
It's as frustrating to me as it is to y'all, because when you get the ball rolling on something.
Then we gotta stop. It seems like it happens more than it shouldn't happen.
Well, what I
We
don't-
start going and then we
you know,
gotta
we-
shut down because of.
I would say
Well,
stabilize it.
I mean,
Stabilize it.
yeah, that's my worry is that
Yeah,
while
even
we're,
16
while
weeks.
we're going through all this discussion and trying to figure out who's to blame, no one's gonna care if it falls over. Well, it falls on your house.
If it falls on your house, we're
We're
okay. If
okay.
it falls on somebody else's house.
Next door neighbors will probably not. Unless you're in it. Then we gotta go superintendent search. That's an extra work.
Crushed by the.
They're right there behind.
My big concern is,
I know,
that
but
big
we
ball's
don't know.
rolling, now we've stopped it. Oh, if this thing stays stopped for a long time, prices are gonna increase.
Well, and we
We're not
know,
gonna lose subs, cause they can't,
they're not gonna sit here.
yeah, they're gonna say, man, I'm gonna go out of business, I gotta go work somewhere else, by the time we get them back.
Which affects Park Hill's entire business with us.
Right.
They need to know that.
It does.
I mean,
And
that's
who
what.
is, so
Here's what we need, if there's a concern with, stability, I mean, that's
That's
a
first and
last
best.
go,
Must.
get it stable.
Right.
And Park Hill, they need to come with answers.
Yeah.
If, by next meeting,
Uh-huh.
and then if not, they need to be here to answer your questions.
Right.
And
So-
they're supposed to
Because,
be here.
because this is not a Lasco
No, 100%.
problem, I
No,
mean, it's,
100%.
they're kinda just,
They're
we
just,
don't
well, there's.
know.
the
You're the
kind of- we don't
middleman.
know,
Right.
We don't know.
You're not even the middleman, the other tail end of it.
So who is our
Parker would be more of the.
our
middleman.
program manager through Park Hill now?
RJ.
Can we ask RJ to be here next week?
He will be anyway.
No, thank you. Our next meeting?
Yes. I've already asked him to address this next meeting.
Okay.
So, yeah, so yes.
And in the meantime, while
Yes,
we're trying to
stabilize.
figure out who might be at fault and timeframes, because you're right, once a decision's made, we're 4 months out before even the first piece is here. We're well into high winds and such.
Mhm.
What do we have to do
Stabilize it.
to do that though? Who do we, in other words, well, my question is this, who do we ask how to do it? Does Lasco wanna own that decision? And
I don't
then,
have a problem with it. I've built buildings like that and I've temporary short them up.
okay, I didn't know if that had to come from an engineer also, or,
It's just bracing. They were bracing it when they were putting it up anyway.
right.
Temporary
I get that,
wire
right.
guys, I guess you have wire guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
They're gonna replace the wire with steel.
Right, okay.
But speaking for Lasco, who's gonna bear the cost of that? Cause I'm paying welders and stuff $45 an
we
hour.
will spill it to Park Hill, seriously.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you, stuff like this bugs me. I don't sleep at night because if we had a wind, it could blow over on that trailer, blow on that house, and you're looking at
100%.
life safety issues.
yeah, no, there's a million, I couldn't care less about all this stuff at the end of the day, but right now it's sitting there and we're hoping that it doesn't fall over in high wind, and that's just unacceptable.
And
We-
freaking earthquakes.
Hope it's
Right,
a tactic.
we should be moving on that a month ago.
Yeah.
So
You crushed me in my house.
maybe. So can you guys make that a priority? I don't wanna look.
I will talk to John when I leave here. I'll get him to, we'll
Let's
discuss
just
the size of the
stabilize
steel, the
that
lengths of it, and I'll see what we can do back in. More diagonal bracing. Solid
And
bracing.
anyway, if there's something that concerns you with safety, would you let us know sooner than later?
Absolutely.
Cause that's one of the things like, I didn't know that
You guys
either.
good with that?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, I'm talking to him, talking how it needs to be.
No, I agree. Even just a phone call to Snyder.
Yeah,
I'm angry today.
I don't know what I
Yeah,
know.
it's some
Well,
freaking
I'm
chocolate.
I don't try to hide anything from you guys.
Those are big clouds, not me.
Get after it.
Thank you, sir. We are, yeah,
I'm gonna head back to Carlton.
thank you. I promise I'm not yelling at you. I'm just frustrated by the whole thing.
We will be contacting
I
Park
feel your
Hill.
frustration.
We'll be
Thank
contacting
you.
Park
But when you're
Hill.
gone next week, when you're out running around that race car, I want you to beat the snot out of Shane.
Oh.
I'm gonna
He
call
has been
Alan.
mouthing and running and talking to me, so.
I will.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Robert.
thank you, sir. See you later. See you next time. Take a brief recess, just while Mr. Randy's going back.
He's gotta sit down anyway.
What's he doing?
I shouldn't-
You want to eat a snack?
Yeah, sorry.
That's crazy, bro. What
I
if
think,
the-
I don't mean to be aggressive about it, but I think that we have to put things in perspective, and our first priority needs to be that.
And we gotta
Not
move,
long.
and we gotta move on that parking lot for business.
Right.
We've been,
Yeah, make it gussy it up.
we've
make it
been
look nice.
peeing the wind way
The
too long.
lights are gonna be great with all of it. Like Ruidoso, all their parking lots are like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks nice with the gray cobblestone.
Hey, my street looks great.
Looks
I mean,
good. We'll do something.
Yeah, you come off the pavement onto that, it's no different.
Yeah, we'll make it
You know,
so
the
good.
biggest thing about it is I hate the fact that our projects are held up.
Yeah, because.
I mean, a couple of weeks or even a few months, okay, that happens. Man, why can't the city
Hey, another deal we need to look into is a brick.
Pull something together.
lights?
Can we do something else? Can we use a different color
Different.
similar? I don't know, but hell, October, what did they say, November?
Yeah, October, November, and
Yeah, but
really,
the problem is when we're just hearing this from him in the meeting, that's frustrating for me and Mr. Loftus, I know. Anyway, I know he's an open book, but be an open book before the meeting. Let us fix this before I'm the concern.
Hey, so here we-
I'm concerned. Why are you just now? I'm sorry, but that
Hey, so
frustrates me to no
Hey,
end.
right, so here we go now. We're behind, we're gonna be backed up on the bus barn. We've been backed up on the field. Now we're being backed up on the big building.
Elementary will be finished.
better be, right? I mean, cause
We're depending on the rooms.
that's what I mean, yeah, that's it. Okay, so, and junior high was October, right? And we're not planning on doing a move in there till, spring
semester,
spring semester?
I think that would be most ideal.
I think that's what you suggested.
Yes.
All right,
And there is, what about,
thanks, guys. Sorry we got off on a,
That's
no,
okay.
that's not really a tangent, I guess, we talked
No,
about.
no.
I do wish we had better communication than that, though. I mean, not, when I
No,
say him, it wasn't his fault, but I mean, I think you guys should be.
that should come to us in meetings
long
before
here.
it comes here.
Right.
That's the frustrating thing.
Cool,
And I'll work on that.
awesome, thank you, sir. Financials,
And that's happened more than once.
yeah.
Anyway.
So budget adjustments,
Mr. Loftus is now Nicole.
Oh,
It's Mr. Nicole.
So I
Is she gone already?
Yes,
Oh, she's gone.
yeah.
oh.
She's done.
Well, I knew she had-
Yellow folder.
So do we have somebody already in mind for that?
Nick here is the new Nicole.
Nick?
I was like,
But like, what, permanent solution?
No, not
I
yet. So
thought-
I'm just trying to keep us afloat.
So we are gonna ask
Good
I have
lots of questions,
Yeah.
even if we don't.
Yes.
Even if we don't know what we're at.
So,
Yeah.
no, that's in the fine print,
Mr.
no
Goss,
questions are allowed.
Mr. Gus, I'm gonna ask questions too, and I already know.
There's a double asterisk in there, I saw.
But there are two candidates being interviewed in the morning, just to let you know.
I thought that it was, it was the end of June,
Are they locals or are they
to do some training or
travelers?
something.
Locals? Okay, so we don't have to worry about housing or
I
nothing?
got
Degrees.
3 days.
We don't have to worry about housing as well.
Okay.
I mean, that's
Like,
okay, we'll do it.
We're always on that topic.
Yeah.
You know,
No, Amy's on
I
that.
just-
It always.
You know what I mean, though.
Everything comes back to housing.
I know,
But that's why we need more, and we were gonna talk to y'all about that in the near future, about a development. This is the thing, we've had a lot of turnover at high school, hardly none at the elementary, and it's starting to do this. So we're going, oh my gosh, people retiring, and all I'm saying is, we're either gonna be caught with no teachers in classrooms, or we have to feed the beast that I don't know how to. So there was, I know I'm way off topic here.
Well,
Yeah, this is a.
Okay, let me-
This is a money topic.
Never mind. Let's get through the finances real quick and then we'll switch to that because that'll be in our.
There is the
business.
newest housing thing too.
Right,
We go over it then even in my report.
I'm sure this is gonna be pretty short, really quick.
Yes.
Go, Loftus, go.
Hey, was that a shot at me? My intelligence?
Not your
SB9 is due.
Not your
So,
How about our bars?
Our bars.
Mr. Loftus?
okay, so we have a couple of bars that need to be approved. We have a $4,900 increase in our 15,200. And then we have 123,000 in our SB9.
Oil, oil.
Yeah.
Love oil gas.
So, and then we need approval for any increased maintenance and transfer bars to eliminate negative balances, and approval for planning fiscal year 27 awards and finalize the fiscal year 26 awards.
Anybody have any questions about the bars?
No, sir.
Perfect. Need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
One and to approve.
I,
Any increased maintenance or transfer bars to eliminate negative balances?
Make a motion to approve.
second.
Right.
Right.
Questions?
Hey, he's not gonna get off this easy, I promise. It's coming.
On the bills list.
Might not be today, might not
Get him on the bill.
Yeah. Status of the SB9.
Why is it lower, higher than it was last?
Because of the oil.
Oh, kidding with you.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just kidding.
well, you're on the wrong page, brother.
Jacob Stutter?
I need a chart.
Year-to-date expenses, 51.5 million, encumbered 6.7 million. And you can see our SB9 cash in balance is a little over 27 million there. I'm not gonna say any questions because,
You don't know.
I mean, you can ask questions about, I'll try to find out for you.
So is that ending cash balance with everything encumbered of the 27 million? Is that encumbered as well?
I think so. That's how she usually is.
No, I was just asking.
Oh.
Which
Which confused me. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, he passed that one.
And at some point, the bottom, that status of the bond building, that is the one that I always never really understand completely, but that's the new one she added on there, but anyways, I'm sure it's good.
I have not been trained on that one.
Yeah, that's the difficult one.
So,
Audit cash balance, encumbered, because the numbers don't add up, so I don't.
So that ending balance right there is money that's still there that hasn't been spent from.
Cash balance. Cash. in
Yeah,
balance.
on the bond building, that's what we
Yes.
haven't spent, that's still in the bank
Yeah.
of the bond building money that's left over.
Oh,
That makes
That's
sense.
money that's gonna be
right.
spent though, right? It's
Yes.
already allocated.
It's
That's the
already
money that
been
we had to go out to-
encumbered, it just
that was-
hasn't been expended
That
out.
was the money we had to go out and get the vote on, right? So the bond building.
To go ahead and clean it out again.
Like it's
Wow.
it's the money that we
And you're
already
gonna-
set aside for.
You're gonna see there's gonna be more that, we're gonna have to do that again this year.
That's a good problem.
I don't get it, but it's good.
Weird.
This is the same as last month. We still haven't received our numbers from the county yet for May.
So do you
Should
think it's a
be-
coincidence that Mrs. Oliver resigned. Mr. Loftus is now in charge of this, and we don't have our numbers.
All right.
Is he blaming?
No, because I think she had them. No, I'm just kidding.
Jeez.
He's figured.
No, right? Right.
Justin, you didn't.
So, the only thing I
We should get them
have,
by, they might be in my email
the
right
only thing I
now.
have that we need to ask the county about is that 837,000 in March should have been corrected in the April payment, but that's not. It should be more than that.
Well, that was actually my
March to
question, yes.
April.
So,
If you look at
you
the
know,
SB
we
9.
dropped significantly.
In the blue. Yeah. So
She
what I'm saying
explained,
is,
she explained that.
yeah, I know,
Last meeting.
but they short changes from the county. Why has that not been more than made up now? It should be more than 1.8 this month.
Because, let's see, 1.8 in
It,
April.
it, it looks
Last
about,
year was 1.5.
yep, it's about $1 million short in what I'm
That's about $1
saying.
million short.
Hmm.
Because if you compare it to last year, it was only $837 in March.
And I'll
But
be,
it should have been like 1.8.
and I can actually check into that.
Yeah.
See where that is. Because that's a good legit question. Only one I really had that I saw.
Any input, Mr. Loftus?
We'll look into that. See
Good
where.
answer, man.
Yeah.
We'll look into that.
That's even the ed tech money, everything, right? I mean, because the ed tech money wasn't right, March of last year. Oh, but it looks like they couldn't give us the full amount. Well, maybe not. April. Maybe.
I just have a
That one's
question.
questionable too.
I'll find it.
Fund balances.
So I'll bring your attention to, on the fund balances, the last two, the 41,000 and the 43,000. So they'll be on the third page. So the ed tech debt service, a little over 6 million there. That's what we're gonna have to go out for in November. And the 41,000, the 354,000.
Wow.
On that 370, I mean, yeah, never mind. Yeah, it's 354.
354,961, and then the 6,078,000.
Mm-hmm.
So both of those
Yes.
combined for the,
They've
Election
been
in
collected,
November.
we just have to capture it.
Right.
is that gonna happen every year with ed tech
I
now?
don't know
Or
if ed tech should happen every year like that, does it?
I don't,
It didn't need approval of voters to even do it in the first
well,
place.
and that's why we've never had to go out
I don't
on
know
it
why we'd
before.
have to go out on ed tech. Now I see the other 354, but I don't know why we have to go out. Can you check and see why we have to go out on ed tech every
Just
year?
because what she told me.
We can ask her even. She may have got it.
We have a $96,000 variance in the operational. No, we don't have a variance, right? Am I right or wrong?
An operational?
Right here,
On the very top.
very first page. We normally have a variance there?
I couldn't believe it.
I can answer that.
Mr. Loftus bought a new Jeep.
That would be a good Jeep.
Well, our cash balance is higher than our fund balance, so. Does that mean we have more money in the bank than we should?
Normally, I thought the variance meant we were minus that.
If it's in parentheses, that means that it's negative.
Right, yeah. But this
And,
is-
and those I saw were getting righted the other day.
So, because I know normally our cash value, or excuse me, our cash balance under operational, normally we don't have a variance there. Definitely not 96,000.
And we're at the end of the year, which probably has.
Well, yeah, oh, right.
And
We're in
changed
June,
into the next
right.
It's a lot.
It
It's a
is
lot,
It
it's
is
a lot, and
It
it's
is.
so confusing
Yes.
too.
That's what we need somebody in there that knows.
Well, that
What are
can,
you trying to say?
well, that can, that be their only,
I'm trying to say
Yeah,
nothing, I'm
that's their
just.
job,
yeah, that's their only job, not trying to do this and
Oh, yeah,
maintenance
there's-
director
Yeah,
and my
why
other
this-
job
why
on
is
top
the-
of,
Why
Well,
is the
you know-
space frame messed up?
yeah.
Right, there was a time,
I don't think the CTE director did anything.
You don't want me doing math.
You don't want me doing that. He's right.
Hey, at least he's honest.
Right, 1 + 7 is 9.
So our June cash sweep, 285,000, that's pretty good.
The cash sweep is always the most confusing, you know, when I listen to the discussion, I was always just.
That's the money we made off of interest, off of money we just have in the bank.
Right, yeah.
In a month.
Well, that they sweep every night.
And it
Exactly.
and it has
For
to
the
be,
month.
and it has to be separated by fund.
I fund,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, it's cool that it's already done, but it just blows my mind that the money we have in the bank, the interest,
Generates.
Generates that kind of money.
$85,000, right.
I'm like, God, dang, Rick, give me $1 million.
I'm just gonna use it for some stuff.
And we have our bank statements. Here on the operational, the ending balance of 106 million, almost 107 million.
And that's not even with the 41 million investment in there.
How did we get that up?
We should have taken all of it and invested in SpaceX.
Oh.
Dude, real.
Wow.
I lost out on that one too.
I got one share. I was so
You
unhappy.
got one share.
That's all they gave me.
Well, who's they? I
Uh,
didn't know you
Them.
could just go
They
buy
them.
one share.
Look at that.
yeah, you couldn't really buy it.
Greed and corruption.
Did you see that big deal about that welder?
Yeah, he's a millionaire. That's
Yeah,
pretty
he's a
cool.
team roper. I don't
Oh,
know him.
yeah?
I know who he is, but I don't know him.
I'm wondering about Scott.
I know, I was too,
Oh.
yeah.
And I've been meaning to ask Ms. Comer, but I haven't seen
I
her.
was hoping
yet.
I'd see her today to see.
Yeah.
if
She retires, we'll know why.
If he builds a place, somewhere.
Summary stagecoach sweep.
Move that.
This is the easiest one ever.
Good.
You know, if we ask questions.
Dang it.
He's gonna give us
Anything else,
answers
Mr.
we already
Waffles?
have.
No, sir.
Any questions for Mr. Waffles on any of that?
Yes. I haven't come up with these.
We'll text him, we'll text him.
This is the new norm, guys.
Oh, those are big numbers. Let's not have it, you know. I get it though. Thank you, sir, for
And, you
stepping
know,
in when you can.
We're just, trying to learn as much as I can and obviously, with the new business manager, I'm gonna learn that position
Right.
along, so we kind of have a backup to the backup.
So, and
Yes.
then I'm gonna get updated because it's been 10 years since I was plugged all the way in. It's a whole different bookkeeping system
So
than it was 10 years ago.
since we're talking, and real quick.
Mhm.
Bill's list. Do you guys have any questions? I did not.
Oh, sir.
No. I've gone through.
All right, need a motion to approve the bills list.
I'll make a motion to approve.
So-
We gotta sign these papers.
Although we gotta sign the last meeting's minutes too.
Yep, I got it right here. So under financials, what, or I don't wanna say what kind of bind, because I know we're not in a bind. What is our plan moving in, because we're moving into a new fiscal year, July 1.
We've got
A
her
lot of money
contracted,
rolls over, okay.
so
Yeah,
we've got her
she's gonna-
contracted on a daily
she's on
and
speed dial.
hourly rate.
Okay.
She makes more than our attorney. No,
Oh,
she doesn't.
geez.
She really does. It's really not bad because I got the other lady's proposal because I'm also gonna consult with Leslie out of Tatum. She just retired from Tatum this year
Okay.
and she's very good. They're both extremely good, but Leslie can come down in person. So we're gonna use whatever the new training person,
Okay.
we've got it budgeted to use.
Okay.
So we're gonna use both.
So moving into the new fiscal year, because all that.
Yeah, we're not gonna be,
Right, I mean,
we're gonna have guidance on
Oh,
how to do this and
yeah,
what to do, when to do it.
I figured so. I figured we had a plan, but,
Yeah.
and like Renee said, we need someone that knows what they're doing.
well, this, I tell you.
Yeah, it is hard to do. And even a new person with those perfect degrees, they won't know what they're
You're
doing.
still a learning curve.
Yeah.
They won't know what, I still have.
Unless
to
you work in
answer-
school finance,
Yeah,
you're gonna, you know.
and my thing is, I know all the basic idea, fund, function, all that,
Right.
but it doesn't matter even me unless I've used that new program.
Right.
And I have not. So,
Well,
anyway.
we definitely like, you gotta go job site? Yeah. Okay, that's.
Okay, we won't get in trouble. Let me put it that way. I'll keep us out of trouble.
Thank you, sir. You don't want to be in trouble. Old business, the Jowl Hospital District, Public Schools, PTO.
So, Jim, the
Can you-
update I have on that,
You think you can wait, like,
it was way one, this won't
Yes,
take
I
very
can.
long. Um, What that is on the PT agreement. We've already met with Dane, while everything is set up, but I need to meet with you and Dane to set the parameters
Okay.
on what our expectation is of the clinic and what the clinics is of us, because we've got that other guy, however we need him in that contract. The contract reads that we can get out of it each year.
Right.
Even though it's a 3-year,
Right.
we can still get out of
I
it according to
remember
us.
I was looking at, right?
So we looked at that, analyzed it. So it's basically, we tell them what we want them to do when we're ready to do so. So I'd like to get with you
Absolutely.
and Dane again.
And is the board, because I missed a meeting where,
That's where you guys
Yes.
referring it to you, kinda. That's
Okay.
kinda what we were.
so our whole goal is, and just real
Physical
quick,
trainer,
is simply this, we're gonna have our athletic trainer here.
Mhm.
The same guy we
Same
have.
thing that we've had, right? Because we're in contract with them. We can break the contract,
Sure.
but it's really important to have an AT at our sporting events.
Yeah.
Now, what'll happen is he'll do the initial assessment, involvement, whatever that looks like, right? You know, splint, brace, tape, whatever.
Sure.
On site.
On-site stuff at the games. And then based on that injury and his assessment, after that, the following day, let's just say it's on a Wednesday or Tuesday. Wednesday, he would reach out, whatever that is gonna look like, the flow. He will then reach out to Dane, Dr. Person. He's a physical therapist here, right? And
Elijah went to him. Elijah Peter.
yeah, so he has
He's
an
really good.
excessive, he has an incredible athletic background, sports, physical therapy.
They're over their head with this guy. He's so good. I mean,
Yeah,
they
he's-
really got a good
He's been all
And he's
over the
wanting to get
country.
involved is what I was told.
Oh, he, from the
Like
moment,
with every-
when I interviewed him, when he came, I hired him at the clinic. On the day I interviewed him, that was one of the things we talked about. We were hiring him for something completely, you know, I stole him from Norley. And he had said, I would love to get involved with your high school athletics. That was literally before he was even hired here. And so he's always been on board with it. And that is his thing. That's what he does.
Speaking of that, and I don't know if I'm off topic here, but the trainer we have, is he required to be at every game, I guess you could say? at
So
every-
I
Out
don't,
of town.
not out of town games.
And he is in most.
He does for football.
Every football.
Oh,
He does
right.
football.
And
Like,
then-
how about like junior high games?
No, it's high school.
High school?
Yes. High
That's
school
the reason
home
that's
games.
because I've been asked about that. and I'm
There's a
like,
lot more junior high kids. We just roll them over to the side. No. No, but
walk it
so,
off.
so that is a safety net to catch all those kids. And it's really not, we don't have a liability because that's the parents, but we want to help.
Sure.
And so to be able to do that, we've got the athletic trainer. Then the PT part is on the treatment side, not the let's wrap it all up and get it done today side. It's on the what do we do next to help the
So
parents out.
your, once it's assessed and done the initial treatment by the AT.
Yeah.
That discussion will be had between the AT and the physical therapist. And he makes, oh yeah, it's a high ankle sprain, no big deal, you know, this is what you're gonna do, can keep them, you know, whatever. The AT will mitigate or handle the treatment.
Sure.
From that point. Now, if it's something more involved, well, he may go directly that next day to get into PT for an assessment, right, to be evaluated.
And we want to ensure that cooperation. That's where I'm at with the AT, to say, we will cooperate because we're paying this guy.
Right.
That's where I'm at with it, to say,
So
what do we need to
So
do?
them two would be in direct contact.
Yes.
They would be-
100%.
that's where it is.
So there won't be no middleman. It'll be like his word to his, to him.
Yes, it'll go
And then they're
from,
on the
to
same
straight.
page.
from Robert, our AT,
Mhm.
to Dane.
I agree.
Dane is, and he is the PT. He is the one that will say, hey, you know what, have him come in tomorrow afternoon after school, really, or whatever, at
And he'll
3
have
o'clock. I just
designated-
want to take a look at him real fast, right? He'll bring him in right in the middle of his day. It doesn't matter how, because he's full all day. He'll bring him in, just like he always does, take a look at him real fast, make sure he's taped up, make sure he's good to go. Okay, cool deal. Yeah, you know, Robert, go ahead and just continue with your taping, your stretching and icing. Let's say it's more involved, he's gonna say, okay, well, we're gonna start, we have to strengthen you. Your knees, this, that, or the other. We have to start strengthening you, so I'm gonna get you back in here into train and strengthen. You may hold Saturday clinics. Friday night's football game, somebody's hurt, Saturday morning they're in with him, getting evaluated, getting taken care of. 9 out of 10 of our athletes are also patients at the clinic, which will also be beneficial because they see something, let's just say I'm the provider, he can call, hey Jim, I have Elijah over here. I think he tore his ACL, man. Okay, cool. Can you get him on your schedule? Get him on schedule, get it checked out, get it evaluated, shoot some x-rays, give him the MRI, with the parent's involvement, of course. None of this is without the parent. But there's a direct flow of communication, right? So,
So how,
The road guy, sorry, J&H Construction.
J&H, you send that to me? Just text it, just text that.
how does he get reimbursed?
so that will be, he will be,
Us?
yes. So he will be on a, well, of course, if he's.
Case, or would it be just like a flat rate?
Like a flat rate, like if he is holding a Saturday clinic and things like that. Now, the MOU that we're looking at, talking about right now, or at least working forward, is a MOU between us and the district, allowing us to use their facility. Our patients come in, or our student athletes come in there, and of course can use the equipment that is already there and insure it as well. So he's operating under the Jal Hospital District's liability insurance as well, right? So that cost doesn't come on us as the district, as the school district. It just cleans up the process. A lot of people were worried about, things I've heard, and not at this table or not necessarily from people in this room at this moment, is, you're just gonna take our kids out and they're gonna be out for 3 or 4 games. Of course, Dean's worked on professional athletes, collegiate athletes.
They need to
his
be out,
entire
they need to be
career.
out.
Yeah.
And that's exactly, he's like, why would I keep them out if they don't need to be out? We're gonna tape them, show them how to get healthy, and get them back out in the game.
He's gonna make a recommendation, and it's up to the parent at the end of the day.
At 100%,
But
100%.
like, if he's telling you your kid's hurt,
Yeah.
you need to fix it, and then you say, no, he's not, he still needs to play.
Right, yeah,
No.
there's problems there.
Yeah.
And most of those times at that point, honestly, they end up coming over to us, and then we'll make the decision, yes or no. And if we write it no, we write it no. I mean, that's, and nobody's goal is to get the kid out of for training or.
You also
For
don't
some-
want- you also don't want them to
For
hurt
some
themselves
reason,
for
people here
lifelong
think
injury.
that.
They do.
They think that.
You
But,
don't want them to
you
be
know-
affected for their lifelong injury.
Different story.
Hey, but it's like I said, people here think.
But you know what is weird is,
Do you wanna
is
keep their?
one
kid?
thing I will tell you, because I was in physical therapy for 4 months, in my times there, he has students from all over other districts come in. I mean, and actually just strengthening and training.
You don't have to sell it to me, I
Yeah.
agree. I think it's a great
yeah,
idea.
Exactly, it's
It's another resource
Yeah.
for the kids, I think.
So El Presidente just called me and they're gonna get on it in the morning. They'll be calling you Park Hill. So
El Presidente of,
Park Hill.
Oh.
The big guy.
right, what's that guy's name again?
Alan Wolf.
Alan Wolf.
He
Just called you?
just called me. Yeah, he
Just put on
said,
speaker.
he said,
He's the
we'll
one-
get it. No,
Yeah.
Put it on
He's the
speaker.
one-
Jim has some
Let us
words
have
to
five-
say.
He's been
5
down here
minutes.
before, he's good.
He's
guy.
good. You'll see some movement.
Yeah.
But we're to that point, I think.
Okay.
He walked out
So-
of here and made some phone calls. It was a good thing happened.
Yeah, yeah.
Good thing happened.
So you're saying that you want to, what can I do to move this forward? What do you want me to do between now and next meeting?
Okay, I don't know, like get with Dane,
Okay.
see what he thinks that would look like.
Okay.
Cause he was talking to like setting time a flight on Fridays for kids to come and see it.
Mhm.
And then where that communication can come in, where we increase the easiness of the process, not our liability. We don't want to increase our liability on it, but we do need a streamline between the treatment side and the.
Well, the nice
injury
part
side.
about it is through this MOU, because he doesn't see patients on Fridays, he'll hold a Friday and a Saturday clinic if needs.
And figure it out between, yeah, we'll just.
Now, the only thing we have to consider as a district is hourly compensation, right?
Yeah,
Of course,
that's why I was asking.
He's not cheap.
But I think it can be contracted. Contract falls under a
If we
different
can do
thing.
like
And I
a
think we might be able to. do
flat
that.
rate per kid, or we have a
No,
basic.
it would be, so it wouldn't be per kid, because that wouldn't be beneficial, because
Well, at first, whenever they're going just to be assessed, it's just an assessment.
probably,
if
probably
you
wouldn't
would-
even charge them.
And then when they would go back for,
So-
it would fall on insurance for the student, wouldn't it?
It can, yes.
We'll do it
It
under
can.
contract services on our end, and then the insurance will be on.
Yeah, like,
Right,
it would fall
right.
into a different bracket after
Right.
that. It wouldn't be us
Now,
taking care of it.
But we do have a lot of, so here's the outside of this, and this is where it gets a little confusing, is when you're talking about insurance. So insurances, may say, oh, we'll pay for one physical therapy appointment. Right? I mean, he'll have surgery on his knee. Let's say blows out a ACL. Oh, he can have PT, he can have one treatment
Right.
based on their insurance, right? Well, that's clearly not what's best for the kid. Dane's gonna be like, just get in here, we're gonna do it, right? So what
Can
it
I
will
step
look,
out and get this?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. What it will look like on our end, because this is discussion I've had with Dane, is let's say we're gonna operate a 4-hour clinic. And then when he says a 4-hour clinic, let's say on Fridays, he doesn't necessarily mean that it's only for the injured students. Let's say you have a student that's had a sore elbow. He's a pitcher, has a sore elbow. Well, come in here, let's train it, let's laser it, let's get that thing moving, right? Let's get you taped, let's get you coming on a Friday clinic.
And we
I
really
mean-
wouldn't be paying for the student's treatment, just his time.
Just
is
his
what we
time,
would do.
right.
Am I right?
Absolutely,
Okay.
right.
Insurance and
Like-
everything.
Would
still
like a day
So-
rate be more,
So-
We'll let him come up with a proposal, and that's
Yeah,
probably.
yeah,
between-
he and I talked about
That's
it,
what we
and
usually
it'll
do.
probably
Daily,
be,
hourly.
there'll probably be an hourly rate, but we probably should anticipate, about a 4-hour clinic on Fridays.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Which would be great.
And then, let's say on a Friday night, somebody's hurt, he comes in and spends, 2 hours on a Saturday. Maybe he'll bill that also, but
is he living in town or?
yeah, oh yeah, he's lived here for a long time. Oh, yeah, 100%. He's a great guy. And the problem is he's trying to make sure he
Stays-
gets his money. He loves
Oh.
it. Yeah, he's just one of those guys that like, come on in, let's just get it done. I don't care. Let's just get you seen.
Yeah, I met the guy, like,
He's-
because Elijah went to him.
He's really good. So just so you know that.
During powerlifting, they thought his shoulder was gonna be kind of messed
So
up,
there's-
but he got him back in order like quick, huh?
Yeah,
I think because Elijah went back to training in like late February
yeah.
and he champ,
Yep.
right?
So I will sit down with him. We'll talk about it and
Kind of see what.
see what it will look
District
like
type of
on
stuff.
behalf of us, if you guys are okay with me talking to him. about that.
100%.
Thank you, Jay. The next one's a good one.
Okay.
So upon investigating, so that don't need a vote.
$5.
Upon investigating superintendent spending limit, that is not in policy anywhere. So
It's just
I've
something
just
That
been,
means zero, bro.
for the last 12, 13 years, I've just been reporting to you. I shouldn't have even told you.
We've
No, I'm just kidding.
always had the idea that everything over $20,000, right?
So it was just like an honor system.
Well, because what happened is we went to our policy service, and it's not in the policy service. Old policies, probably somewhere back when I first got on, it was probably in there, but it's not in our policy.
Because now it says that we'll just follow all applicable state laws on procurement, which we do. It just
So-
says we'll follow the rules is what it
Right.
says,
So-
according to state procurement code.
What are you asking? What do you think?
I think it needs to be more than 20,
Okay,
but maybe no more than 60, because that's where you have to hit an RFP anyway, trigger. Because if you,
well, here's the deal. Not all the time. Everything over 60,000 doesn't have to go to RFP if you go through CES.
that's true.
So we,
But I was just using the 60 as the
yeah,
procurement
I know,
limit.
but you're the president of CES. And we know you're gonna lean that way.
Now they're gonna make me do it 2 more years, by the way.
She's asking for 61.
So what would that look like? If we were to increase it, let's say to procurement? In my opinion, I wouldn't want to know anything less. In other words, it wouldn't, in my opinion, I would still ask Mr. Snyder we want to hear about everything at board meetings, right? Just because it says you're allowed to move forward up to $60,000 without board approval. I still would want to hear about
I
a
agree.
$40,000 purchase,
Yeah.
right?
How about 20 or over, you hear about it, but you vote on 60 or over? I mean, like, there's like a progressive thing where
I see what
if
you're
it's 20 or over, then you hear about it. If it's 60 or over, you have to vote on it. I don't know. I mean, because you still have to approve the bills list.
Right,
It's
right,
still
no,
being-
I agree, I mean, no, I
You'll have
know,
to
I know
approve it.
it's in there, I mean, I do, it's
But I mean,
much
that's up to
cleaner.
you.
Yeah, we're approving money.
That's
over
up to y'all.
expenses, but
I feel comfortable going along with what we've already been doing, but maybe there's just a lot of little votes sometimes that I don't know if it's necessary, but it's up to y'all. I mean, if we keep it the same.
So if we look at it right now.
What is it now, over 20?
Or anything over 20. And that's for
We have to
one,
approve
See, like right here, the math, the curriculum, we know it works, we've been using it,
Yeah.
38,000.
You already know. yeah.
I mean, if it's not working, Buddy would already told us.
And to be honest, the only sticking point sometimes is time sensitive things that we could already had it ordered a month.
I kind of like the deal what he said over. 20.
Anything over 20
You
reporting to the
mentioned it
board.
To the board of
anything over 60,
we gotta approve it.
Because like, if I look at the agenda right now, pool slide restoration, well, we need it. So it's $46,000. He could approve that.
Sure.
Now, we just have, we know, of course, know
Now,
about
the
it.
math 180 and read it 180, he'd have to,
We're gonna approve it, but he's gonna have to bring it to our
The camera for
attention.
the elementary edition, we need that, it's 31.
Right. Of course, the contract, for Honeywell, of course, things like those big things. Now, the only thing I have a question about, when we enter into contract, and I thought I had this completely understood, but it sounds like maybe I don't. When the school district gets into a contract, it's really a contract with the board, not the superintendent, correct?
Yes.
So anything that was gonna go to contract then would have to come to the board for approval.
Yeah,
So
so
like, here's a 3-year curriculum for $38,000. Is that a contract?
any purchase order is a contract, by the way. So you approve it one time or another, even if it's not. Here's page 1 through 7. Well,
Right?
you're approving contracts every time we pay a bill.
No, I know that
But
part.
I know
but
what you're saying,
That's a debt.
But I see what you're saying.
That's a debt.
So the-
Actually getting into a 3-year agreement, the superintendent doesn't have the authority to do that, right? That's because
Because given to me by the board, yes. But it's given to me by the board.
okay.
But
But we don't have any guidelines on that either.
what do you mean guidelines?
Well, you could get into it, if the superintendent believes that he can get into contracts, you could sign a 20-year contract with something.
I don't think procurement laws would let me do that.
Oh, I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know what I don't even know what.
There is a max up to 5 of them.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So
procurement laws let them do that?
5 years,
I mean,
right?
It's
It's a
a
5-year?
Yeah.
So, but still a 5-year contract. He can sign
He's
something,
the new procurement guy.
all right, and get us into a 5-year contract. And we might not want to be in a 5-year contract, right?
So
So
this
I don't-
curriculum has already had a year. This would
Right.
just-
No, I'm
just
just
saying in
using-
general.
Yeah, I just grabbed something because it said 3 years. That's all.
Yeah, well, it depends, like.
So if it's a purchase,
Yeah, I thought that was a 3-year, like a subscription, not really a contract, like,
Yeah, it
we're
is.
gonna have access to their curriculum for
It is
3
a,
years.
it
and
is a
that's
3-year. It's
That's
a-
how I saw it,
that's
not
what it
really
is.
like
It's
they're
not
gonna
a contract.
provide
so
something,
I guess what I'm thinking
like
of is,
services.
let's
It's not a
say,
contract,
okay,
we're
let's,
just
It's
paying
not services, it's more like we're buying something.
right,
to use.
subscription.
Yeah.
So let's use the athletic department trainer.
Mhm.
Let's say that was a $50,000 a year contract for their contract for
Sure.
services.
Mhm.
I think contracts like that, contract for service, should still,
I gotta get.
oh, okay, should still come to the board.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, man, we're trying to get you out of here.
Yeah,
too.
and it does.
I think that should be
Yeah.
approved, but I think.
Oh, yeah, it
a single-
always does anyway.
Right, well, I just mean for
Yeah.
clarity, because we are gonna have other board
Yes.
members that have questions. So,
And that would have been way over the 60 anyway,
Right.
because it required an RFP process, which has.
no, I'm just using an example.
No, yeah, but I
Let's
mean,
just say
so-
something
But
that
everything,
was a $50,000 a year for a 3-year contract, but you're tied to it for 3 years.
oh, yeah,
It's under the 60,000,
I see what you're saying,
but
but
it's
it's still a
still a
contract.
3-year contract. I think that should have to come to the board.
Can I ask a clarification? Are you specifically talking just on multi-year contracts? Or even single-year contracts?
No, multi-year contracts. Right,
Because
multi-year
you approved the
contracts.
1 year already.
Right, I
Well,
just,
so this is what we normally do. Anything we do is a 1-year test. Then it can go into multi-year.
right,
But the
So-
litmus test is 1 year.
right, Well,
mandatory.
and what I'm talking about.
I don't
is
ever
multi-
jump into a 3
Yes,
year.
sir. Yes, sir.
Good clarification. Multi-year contracts, even if it's $50,000 a
Sure.
year. right? I think those should have to come before the board, because really the board is signing the contract.
Because you have to differentiate, because XM subscription is a contract. What I'm saying is you would have so many contracts on here, everything we
Yeah,
do is
and
contracts.
and
you know?
again, without creating a policy
Teacher
for
contracts.
everything, just to make it simply
Yeah.
understood what
Sure.
we know as a. as a
Just, this is
board.
what you would like.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So,
I like that, the progressing thing.
I like that.
so 20,000 and under, you're just gonna, it's
You're-
gonna
I'm
be.
gonna let you
know.
Yeah, you're just gonna let us
Under-
know, it'll be somewhere.
It'll be in the
here.
bills list. 20 or over, you'll know about it. 60 or over, you'll
You
approve.
have to,
I have to approve.
right.
Would y'all like to do that? Yeah.
I do. And then with the understanding though, again, if it's a contract, even if it falls under that $60,000, but it's a multi-year
Yes.
contract, those have to be brought in front of the board. I think so.
Yep.
I think that's reasonable.
And it already is, so yes. I
Yeah, no,
agree.
again, it's not changing anything. It's just making clarity to what.
And that may
we
be
know.
part of the procurement law.
It might be.
But if it's not, it needed to
And-
be.
And the reason being is because I've always thought that the body responsible for the contract is the school board.
Right.
And that we as a board can give signature authority to the superintendent. But
And we've done that.
But we are responsible for it. I mean, the board is the people that own the contract. So what we're gonna do, I'm sorry, I know you gotta get out of here.
No,
We're
you're
gonna do
fine.
this exactly what you talked about. 20,000 and under,
Perfect.
he's gonna do his deal. 20 and above, he'll let us know. Up to 60, anything over 60, we have to vote.
So that's
Okay.
good. We- we-
And anything with a multi-year contract, he's gonna,
Yes,
the board
We
has
have
to.
to approve this, or is it a motion to approve? or
It-
do we have-
Yes, what we'll do is we will make it a motion. You have a different opinion?
No, I was gonna say, yes, you can make it a motion
Should
if
we
you
make a
want.
motion now, or
We can do it right now. Yeah.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
So, just for clarity, the motion is 20 or over, tell the board,
Mhm.
no approval. 60 or over, vote with board approval.
Yes.
Correct.
Multi-year contracts, all approved by the board.
Regardless of
Amount.
a dollar amount.
And I'm not so sure that that doesn't need to be codified into policy. Are you
Right,
guys-
we're,
Y'all good with that?
I think that's.
So you'll see it again as a
We're talking
policy.
about, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Yeah. And, again, the biggest thing we want to just, for all the board, all board members, administration, we're too tight of a board to really get nitpicky in the weeds.
Yeah.
We have rules to follow. I don't really see it changing very much, except for some of these things he could have already done and we would just
Sure.
be notified, right? He could have already done them, so. Okay, so that's.
And they help keep everything rolling.
Right,
Sure, and then y'all know the expectations.
Right. So, let's see, so our next thing is, new business under, letter A. So you're looking for the extension, or the 3-year contract of $38,000?
And that is 38,000 total, not per year.
Perfect.
Okay.
And that's the exact what we're using, and you guys love it, and we're good with it,
And
and,
they're really liking it.
okay,
It's also the one with the Math 180 and Read 180. It's HMH.
right?
Same authors and everything.
Right.
It's going in with all, if Matt's testing, it's also HMH. So it's going right in with everything.
Awesome, okay. So we have 2 different items, so I have to have 2 different votes. Letter A, 3-year math curriculum, 3 years, $38,300, need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
One second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Letter B, Math 180 and Read 180, elementary curriculum for 3 years, $60,000, $996.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Pool slide restoration, that quote is in here as well.
Yeah. So our pool slide's getting all faded and crusty, and then the metal is even starting to peel off, rust and all the, it's a corrosive chlorine. So what we're wanting to do is get it restored.
I agree, because it's fiberglass and if them kids get it in them.
Yes, we don't want it
Jim will
to,
have a days full of work.
we don't want it to degrade any further.
Even more.
I agree.
Cool, so letter C is pool slide restoration at $46,800. Need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Letter D, vehicle purchase is Suburban. I always buy
What
these
the heck?
Suburbans.
It's for the
Okay,
new
so-
procurement guy.
The first one is a Suburban for the new,
Procurement guy?
he's gonna be going to a lot of workshop, no.
You got a lot of file folders to take with them, you know?
So the first
Stack
one
it
is
up.
is a Suburban to replace the 2016, which is the oldest one that we've got. It's coming up on 10 years, 11 years actually, and it's getting over 100,000 on it. So it's to rotate it out. The only caveat on both of these, because there's another one right after for the SRO, that one's getting old because they leave them running all the time. And it's from our original SRO, which is 7, 8 years now. Anyway, it's been running for 8 years. And the Suburban, the caveat is we cannot order it until the 2027 book opens for orders. And so what I would like to do
Which
is
is Suburban?
just the Suburban or the top, both of them,
Oh,
just telling you
both.
for both.
Just
Just for reference. So if I can get a 10%, give or take, then it won't be more. It's always 2 or 3%, if anything, on it when they
So
go
the
up.
most expensive part about buying a police vehicle is dressing it.
Yes,
Are we just removing all the equipment that's on the current SRO vehicle and putting it on
We
the
don't,
new one?
pay for that,
So- yes, we do.
Yes, yeah.
I thought the city supplied all
40
that.
grand.
We buy the vehicle and dress it.
Oh, wow. Okay. I
So
thought we
this
bought
is
the
just to get the vehicle, and then to address it would be separate, because we may want that as a backup one. If we do, we may not want to strip everything off, but we can take the.
It's something to consider though, right? Because it is high dollars.
We can recycle a lot of it.
Yeah, it's high dollar stuff.
I was gonna say, I was like, I don't know why we would need a
But anyway,
spare,
that's-
say we got it,
that's
put it
on-
on, we use what we can on, because a lot of that stuff's universal on the inside,
Mhm.
you know? And
That's-
They put up the cage of seats and, now some of the lighting, yeah, they can't rip that off.
Sure. Some of it,
Yeah,
we can leave there for.
the lighting,
just as a-
is probably one of the most
It
expensive
is,
parts
it's
of the
high
car.
And it can just be the loaner unit.
So we are looking at,
That's just.
you're asking then, so we can't move forward. In order to move forward with these,
It would have to be approved above the $80,000
10%.
current.
Right.
So
So
it could be anywhere,
when are we thinking we're ordering these?
as soon as they open the book for us,
Which might be,
July,
oh,
August,
okay, gotcha, gotcha. So
September.
you want 10% leeway?
Yeah, that way if it's 88, up to 88,000 is covered in the approval. Because if it's above that, I have to come back again, you know. If it is,
Well,
I would just,
say 75,000 for the 2026 Chevy Tahoe. That's 10,000.
yeah.
I mean, 10% would be $6,500. And then 90,000 for the other one.
Sure.
Is that reasonable?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Loftus,
Crazy.
business manager Loftus, don't let him get crazy just because we gave him an extra couple $1,000.
And it will have Super Cruise.
Yes, sir.
You can get it now on anything, which is so cool. You don't have to get the highest model.
Way cool, I love that.
It's like the best thing. If you're driving a Ford, you will drive a Chevy after you try.
Although it does make me mad when I drive from here to Hobbs, because there's a section of road
The brand new
that it
part.
doesn't, yes, the brand new part doesn't
It
recognize.
turns off and says not available on the brand new part of the road.
What?
I thought it was just me.
Keep buying Chevys.
Chevys.
Keep buying Chevys.
It's the new road. Somehow they turn it off and they do.
Yes, so motion to, because they're listed separately, the very first one, letter D, 80,000. We're gonna increase that one to $90,000 for the
Not to
826, not to exceed $90,000 for the Chevy Suburban.
Yes, sir. I'll make a motion to approve.
I will second.
All in favor, good deal. And letter E, excuse me, is for the SRO vehicle, original quote 65, we're gonna increase that not to exceed 75,000 for the SRO vehicle, and motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Thank you. What is this? So this is the next, this is the weapon detection service.
Yes.
Now, we're already using them, right?
Yes.
We have 100
This is
100
additional licenses.
licenses currently. This is 76 more to include some gaps that we currently have in our current 100
Okay,
and to outfit the new elementary side.
oh, okay.
Just don't include the junior high yet?
Not
And this
no.
also includes a couple at the library. I've asked him to put a
Right.
few on it. He doesn't have.
So we can't, would it be
AI.
not, would it not be more effective to get one big quote for even the junior high too, or do we just not know how that's gonna look yet?
No, the numbers.
Yeah,
and
we-
stuff.
We're still working on
Okay.
how many lenses, you know.
Right, okay. I was just,
Yeah,
okay.
Are
So
these built into the cameras we have? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
yeah, our
I thought
cameras
maybe they were
are,
separate to the
No.
camera. Okay.
our cameras are compatible. We have to provide like the IP address, the model number of those
It
cameras.
hasn't gone off when I went in there.
Did you have a
No.
No, these should have said it all.
False alarm.
These should have said
Say,
it all.
get this guy out.
To be detected.
Sends you the giggle
Not to
emoji.
exceed. Let him in.
Get this guy out of here.
So the total then for that one is $31,000. And that's a 5-year term?
So, so this is just gonna be for the 1 year, because we're gonna come back around this next year with all of our resubscription
And
with
put it all under
everything.
one.
And so it's all gonna fall into
Great
one,
idea.
so this is just for 1 year for 76 streams.
And so you guys know, as part of our internal controls, we normally will never do more than 1 year on any kind of contract.
Right.
So you guys will know.
Yeah.
Going forward, because you don't know that, you know.
Unless you're a superintendent who always wants 3.
We'll start with 1 year. This business manager made me start doing that, which makes sense.
Okay, any questions about Zero Eyes for the $31,000?
No, sir. I'll make a motion.
I will second.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. All right, Honeywell, this is the 26-27 contract, $380,000. Is it gone up substantially or is it just me?
We've been adding buildings left and right. I mean, this is
And if we
like
keep building, we're gonna keep
crazy.
adding, you know?
We've even added the swimming pool in the last years. We've added all of this new stuff.
That makes sense.
Anyway, that's.
I'm like, man, I just don't.
It
remember.
has gone up. You were right.
And they've been pretty effective for us, haven't they? I mean, they really have taken care of us when we needed it, right?
Even up to new units. So we've had several new compressors, units, everything. That's also the control equipment,
Right.
which we paid about $100,000 to someone else before they did it. And no, we got all that miscommunication business.
Well, that was good because we almost didn't sign their contract.
They have been really on it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Because last time we did this, we
we
were like, why
kinda,
would we
we
do
kinda
this?
snap and they
Yeah.
respond.
Good. They responded.
So we rent these units? How-
No, it's a service contract. It's like, if it breaks down, they replace it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
they,
right,
they
all right.
service
So it's
them.
kinda
The guys
like
that we
insurance.
with incentive.
More like a lease.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And these are the ones that came to us last year or with their last contract. And we almost didn't approve it. So she came down and several of her people came down. We're like, for their local area technicians came down. We're like, we're sorry. Because we're like, why would we do this? You don't answer our answering.
Right.
And you look at
That's a
the
lot, that's a lot of
amount
money
of,
to ignore too.
Right.
and you look at it, there's literally hundreds of units.
Yeah, that's what I was looking
It's
at. I was
every
like,
piece
is
of
that- that's why I
equipment.
thought maybe it's just a rental deal?
No.
They inventory everything we have
And
in
they
it.
take us out to dinner every couple
And it's good to know.
It's- I don't know if it's that much.
Yeah, it's not worth $380,000.
No.
However, the rest,
Close,
everything else.
but
they
not
do, right?
And that's also filter changes and everything.
Right,
That's
yeah,
it
that's
right
everything.
there, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, federal holidays included.
Yeah, and they weren't, I mean, it was in the contract, but they weren't following it. But when we literally almost didn't sign it, they were like, ooh.
We better follow it.
$250,000, that's, I mean, I would be here every day to check it, right?
All right, guys, you guys have any questions over that? It's pretty straightforward. So we'll need a motion to approve the Honeywell 26-27 contract for $379,000.
I will approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
I'll make a motion, sorry.
Got it?
No.
I will approve.
I will.
Of making a motion.
I almost had her to approve it, I'm in.
All right. Additional elementary furniture. These kids just stand up.
This is like,
So-
this is all the hall.
You know,
Yeah, this
we can
is
get
the-
some of them, yoga balls.
I just asked them to take this one and then I started answering.
This is, Ms. Kumar wants to replace the existing hallway furniture in the existing building and to supply the new side hallway furniture. And so, I mean, you gotta think some of this furniture is going on, when did we open, in 17?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something, so,
It's 8, 9 years old.
yeah, I mean, it's starting to show,
New.
yeah.
Right.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, and that's.
Is this the same place my wife bought furniture at? My God.
Is it recycled furniture?
Yeah.
Must be, because of the cost.
Yeah.
Any you guys have any questions over that?
No, sir.
Need a motion to approve the additional elementary equipment through NDOT for $73,000.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I will second.
All in favor? CTE programs are updated. He's still here.
I just know so.
Look at that.
Because I was wanting clarity.
Dedication.
I know. What are we talking about?
painting. We need to get paint
It
touched
was-
up. It's even in your packet, but it's
It's
not.
not on the agenda.
So I know, I was wondering that.
It'll be on the July agenda.
Well, so let me ask you this.
Yes, it'll be too late.
Is it, no, but based on what we just decided,
Is it over?
Oh! He's like really smart. No,
which
it
one is
does
it?
not. It is under it.
Which one is it?
58,000.
Yeah, 58,141.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Keep going.
Oh, okay.
You can do it.
But see how that helps? I mean, it does.
Yeah, that,
Thank you, Lord.
that,
It'll be on, no, I did that on purpose because I knew y'all were.
that was a good test. Yes.
No, okay, so
See, so since I had to remind you, you really don't need it, so we can just take it back. All right, guys, items for future discussion. Is there anything? I didn't get it.
The engineer of the big building.
Yes, so that is Alan Wolf. He's on it. RJ
He's
will be
already
here
called me
next
back.
meeting.
Okay.
And if we don't have better answers, we can probably request that the
Mhm.
president of the company, Mr. Alan Wolf, can come down here as well.
And then, didn't we talk about hiring our own engineer to see?
Yeah.
And
and
I just
I wonder-
texted him. I just texted Alan and he's already called me.
Okay, so do we suggest that, where do we make that decision? Is that our decision? Should we wait to see what?
I think we ought to wait to see. what
I
they
say
come-
they brace it and then we wait to see what our third party.
Yeah, we gotta
engineer
brace
does.
it for sure, yeah.
Right, and Lasco's moving forward with that anyways.
Oh, yeah,
They know
you're,
that
you're
now.
gonna see movement from Park Hill now, even if they get a third one. That's gonna be
Well,
what
but we do
require.
know
We
that,
can ask
and
them.
Lasco is they will start bracing it, right?
Yes.
That's
Like
really the
I
biggest.
suggested to them, you have your own structural engineers, how come they don't look at it?
Yeah.
Well, and that's why I'm confused. I really honestly
That's
thought,
Park Hill.
I think it's
They would have.
well, that's what I was
That's-
trying to figure out.
Because they don't wanna sign off on it.
Well, I was trying to decide, that's why I was asking Robert, if DCI and Walla were involved, in my mind, I was waiting to hear, okay, where's Park Hill's
That's
structural engineers?
That's what we've
And I
already.
kept, I was like, well, I don't understand, why are they not ultimately signing off on the entire? thing?
Let them be the third party then, because they're not,
Well, they are responsible.
yes, they're responsible for it.
So you think
That's
they would
not
be
a
like,
bad point.
what do you mean you guys can't? And I
That's-
would be on it.
So I think at this point, I'm glad I did involve Alan.
He hasn't been down.
I don't understand how both of them firms didn't get together to design the entire building together.
Well, so
You know,
DCI.
I understand that one's the roof, one's the
Right.
base,
Well, from what
but
I
like,
understand-
why, how did they not
How
come
was
to
there
have a
no,
conference
how
and
was there no
say,
sign off
this is
before
the
they started?
minimum requirement?
So,
Yeah.
You
is
know,
there
I
anything
know
on
it
your
was on
report?
paper,
Oh,
but nobody
yes,
ran
sir.
it read.
Yes,
I gotta go to Malibu.
let's go. Okay, oh my God, okay, let me go ahead. Can I go ahead and go over
I was there this morning.
Yes, sir, yes,
It's
sir.
still there.
Unfortunately.
New staff members will be at the August board meeting, not July. We can't expect them to be here off contract. The elementary field day went really well. Thank you, everybody that was.
I wasn't there.
But Mrs. Arp was. She would let y'all
I got yelled
all know
at
she
for
was.
not
here.
being there, but I was like,
I
The,
was-
uh,
you guys going on vacation? I have to go somewhere.
Literacy conference was incredible. We're in the top 1.9%. 650 junior highs. I didn't know there were that many. We're in the top 5%.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And now that's literacy. So we're going to recognize them in August as well.
I was gonna ask you to make sure we do something
We-
for
it'll be in
being
the
that top
yes.
five, and
Yes.
and we need to do that.
We sure will. Current projects, you know what they
Club,
are.
Second Club.
Also, the current housing list is within your packet. It has shifted seismically. And Mr. Willman bought a travel trailer, so he's moving out. Mr. Little bought a motorhome, he's moving out.
Mr. Little?
Mr. Little, yeah,
Mr. Little.
because they said that the 900 a month they could be paying for something. It's up to you.
Oh, I see, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, that's where we're at with
Can
that.
we,
He's getting ready to retire.
that's what I was thinking, can,
He's
you know,
about
what
to start
are
traveling.
those things you put on, what do you call those things, where you put it on their tires?
Motorhome?
Like where you, like.
He's-
you're in
he's
a-
got
if
5 or
you're
6
parked in a
years.
place you're not supposed to be, a boot. We need to boot his tires.
I'm trying to get him over on my lot so I can trap him.
Besides- Cause he's like, I'm.
I've already got elementary teachers
You
running
got a
out.
CTE class, they need to learn how to take tires off.
And I've got elementary teachers running out my ears over there now. No, but if I could get another one, I would cram them in there and tell
I
them.
think they could push for a senior prank early in the year.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know.
Also, we had a superintendent's meeting along with our CES meeting. I am officially the longest serving superintendent in the state of New
There
Mexico.
you go, good job.
So we're not doing our job as a board. guys.
So you need to run me off.
Ours
But
is
anyway,
pretty low here in Jowl, New Mexico.
so that's cool. That's cool.
Awesome, congratulations on that, man.
Thank you.
That's cool, that's huge.
Yes, they said we can't find anybody else. That's what they were like, because Sue Cleveland retired and she had 30 years with that district north of Albuquerque, Rio Rancho. She had 30 years with. Rio
With that one district.
She was in the inception of the district. They even named the high school after her. 'Cause
You were not
when they
named high school.
formed the district, they named the high school. But that's when you could. Then they made it a state law after they did that, because they have to be dead. So the space frame would have to crush me, and then you could name me the building after me that you crushed me. So that's all that I have. If you guys have anything for me.
We're gonna do a turf replacement on the football field
Where do you see that?
project.
Oh, no, that's still ongoing.
Ongoing project.
Because it was
Wow.
replaced this last school year, just the other day, actually.
Did they already finish the track? They ain't done the
They're
day.
supposed to be here this week.
They're gonna finish the color.
That's what I thought.
Supposed to be here this week.
Is this going, we got it blue, didn't we? Yeah, it's like, it's still black.
Gold stripes.
Nice.
It's gonna be
And
nice.
it's the pretty blue. It's not.
It's
that
not
bright.
gonna get all destroyed from them doing
And that's all
construction
I have.
around it, is it?
No.
They're gonna
I
put
mean,
mats down?
Hey, are we gonna do anything on
They're
the,
supposed
behind the
to
bleachers, on the home
have
stands?
everything done where they don't have to get on it.
Yes.
Did we put anything up yet?
Uh-huh. We got some Panther stuff to
It'll
put.
be nice.
Because them kids,
Running
Get up
tractors.
there.
Oh, no, yes, we are. We already approved that a couple meetings ago.
Yeah.
Handrail. I thought you meant something to decorate.
no,
the
no, no, the
bleachers.
handrails on top of the bleachers?
Yes, we are.
Here for that meeting, I guess.
That's been
Remember
commissioned.
them kids run up to the top of the freaking bleachers?
They didn't get up in the seats at the very top.
Did, like that lady from
Okay.
Brazil, they threw up the
Motion to
braces.
adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Okay.
See ya.
I should have waited a little longer.
No, I don't. I'm gonna go back to 1 or 2 now.
I'm trying